Beyond Saltmarsh is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language, explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Right about meow. Hey everybody, welcome to the Superior Adventurers Guild. My name's Dave, your humble dungeon master, and I'm back. It's Wednesday. I get to play games with some of my most favoritist people that I've ever played games with. The best gamers in the whole wide world of gaming. My friends, my good buddies, these beautiful people. Hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
Hi, guys. How's everybody doing?
Hello.
It seems like it's been forever since a week ago. I don't know what your thoughts are, but
Does seem like a while, yeah.
I missed you guys.
I know, right?
Good to see you.
I
Hey,
missed you too, but my name's improving.
Keep trying. Just keep trying. I got an idea. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight, okay? So we're all here for that. But before we do that, let's introduce ourselves to each other because it's been a week and I kind of forgot who y'all are. And because it was such a surprise last week, let's go ahead and start off with Ashley.
Oh my God. 2 weeks in a row.
I know.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and I am playing Feyre Evenstar, the 10th level half-elf glamour bard with her white hair and her sparkly pink
Personality?
stuff. Oh yeah. Can't wait.
Oh gosh. Thanks for coming back again for more shenanigans with these guys. Awesome. Let's move on to Michael.
Identity is a complicated concept. Am I, in fact, Michael? Am I the person playing a game who you see on your screen? Or is the person you see on the screen merely a reflection that is playing Theodoric, who may or may not be interpreted through certain cultural and phenomenological lenses as a warlock hexblade? And would that person that is playing the character or the person you're seeing play the character, would they be available on social media at places like @ValkyrieBait or Twitter? What would even a Twitter be? Is it a word that holds any meaning, or is it a social media construct where we collectively believe in the illusions of that? And would that illusion also allow us to penetrate such other mysteries as perhaps being on other games that occur, say perhaps on Thursdays? Again, time being a weird soup, we can't even be certain what that means. But perhaps on Thursdays, a person like me that shares the same identity and characteristics might also be playing in a game at the threshold. These are things we reflect on, we consider, but ultimately the meaning is something we can only find within ourselves and our own set of perceptions.
Did you guys hear any of that, or was that in my head? I feel like I passed out there for a minute. Yeah, I passed out.
Just a droning noise.
Luckily, we can move on to Kirk. Kirk, pull us away from this madness.
Right on. So thematically, it actually fits with what I've been reading during lunch lately. The history of time, 13.7 billion years of the universe existing, and then looking back on prior to the universe's existence, what is time? Is time really something that is there before time? And if so, is anything we're doing right now
I have regrets.
relevant? Yeah,
You started
there's a
this,
lot
dude.
going on. Yep.
I've been
Anyways,
chastised.
I'm Kirk. I'm playing Byron Hern, the rogue of the group.
That much we know.
And I make as many unexpected decisions as I can a session. And let me tell you, we're running out of sessions. And if that's the case, I got to ramp it up a little bit. So
Oh boy.
I gotta find. There they are. I got my bag of die.
Oh,
It's time for a TPK. Am I right?
I mean, we haven't used the TPK emote for a long, long time.
Yeah, we made it. We got to earn
There's
it.
no need. We don't need to do that.
All right, Kirk. Well, thanks for being here, buddy. You get to play Byron Hern and cause a ruckus, and we appreciate for that. Last but not least, let's turn it over to Andy.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Andy. You can find me all over the internet under the name Andy G3D. I don't know why, but yeah, that's what I use. And yeah, tonight I'll be playing Runar Deg, a 10th level human dual sword wielding battle master fighter.
Runar fucking Deg.
And captain of the Good Buddy. And yeah, just it's been a while.
Been a while.
Want to get
Yes,
back
it
into
has.
it.
Making my way. All right. We're gonna make our way over to some gratitude. Big time gratitude for the sponsors that we have had standing by us through thick, through thin, through Michael's strange monologues. And yes, they have given us something to give away to you, our viewers, our friends in the chat. Countess von Zarovich. Now, y'all know what this is, I hope. This is a twisty, turny, strange, and fun adaptation of the Curse of Strahd module, where we give Strahd a little bit of a different take. And this was developed by Christian and his team over at CZRPG. You can win this thing tonight at the end of the stream if you would only type !drawing and you'll be entered to win. And that's how it works. Thanks to Christian, thanks to CZRPG. They do all kinds of great stuff. They've got all kinds of, modules and player options and boatloads of maps. Great stuff. So please check out their catalog over on the Drive-Thru RPG. And also keep in mind that they have a Patreon, which I have been supporting. And it's great because every month they send me new adventures and new maps. And they're just good people. So thank you to them for that. Good stuff. And also, I want to point out that we have a sponsor for our facial hair, the Old Goat Beard Company. We're all growing beards, except for one of us.
Just for them.
One of these kids is doing their own thing, and that's fine. We salute you, Ashley, and your decision to not grow a beard.
I couldn't even grow a beard until I started using the product.
That's right. Beard Grow. Get your beard grow. Look at this. We're going to give one of these away tonight. It's beard oil. If you can see that awesome little goat there. I don't know, it's kind of blurry. But this beard oil is awesome. I've been using it. This is the cedar and leather. But if you win, my friends, you will get a surprise flavor. I guess I shouldn't say flavor, though, because you shouldn't eat this stuff. Aroma. There we go.
Scent.
A surprise aroma coming your way. !drawing to get in on the action. You know how it works. We appreciate you all for being here. With that, my friends, I think we ought to do what we do and get into a little bit of a recap from what happened last week so we can recalibrate and figure out what's going to happen this week. Some strange stuff happened. I'm a little nervous on what's about to happen tonight, I gotta say. But we'll find out because we've got our heroes. Our heroes are here to save the day. All right, so in our last episode, the Deg Gang found themselves lost in the Amedio Jungle. Right, this was after a 2 days journey from South Fort Azure, and during the night, the party's tiny hut was discovered by a small troop of lizard-like men, humanoids who became confused, alarmed, and downright intimidated by a frightening warning from Feyre, telling them to get lost. Hoping to shoo the lizardmen away, the gang watched as one dashed off into the jungle to fetch more of their kin. And with that, a plan was hatched to give the midnight intruders the slip by sneaking off into the darkness. A solid plan, no doubt. But as things tend to happen, the lizardmen gave chase. Their pursuit forced the party to use cunning and stealth to escape capture, or at least confrontation. And who knows what numbers could have joined the hunt should the tribe be roused from their sleep. There could have been dozens, who knows? I never planned that part. Nevertheless, with the strategic placement of caltrops, the party slowed the lizardmen enough to disappear deeper into the jungle and find a safe location to complete their rest. Well done, my friends. That was fantastic. The following morning, the party pressed on, finding themselves back on the trail. A few hours into their journey, the gang found themselves following fresh tracks that ultimately led them to a group of refugees who were being guided by a pale, green-skinned elf named Quinn Tigerberry, a name that you had heard before in Nerisban. After a tense moment of surprise, the mood was softened by Runar's offer of medical aid. Weary and scared, the refugees accepted healing magics from Theo and Feyre, along with a generous offer of the bard's candy supply, which really won over the children, by the way. Nicely done there, Feyre. The party learned about a group of missing refugees, their tracks leading into the dense underbrush, much like the incident at South Fort Azure that had been caused by the star-fallen fragment of the comet that we have come to know and love as Hyakutake. Quinn also mentioned the arrival of some bad dudes who you recognize to be the Scarlet Brotherhood. 3 days prior to the comet, cruel and ruthless monks dressed in black, violet, and crimson robes. With that information and with a soft spot in your hearts, which we've all come to love, you offered to seek out the missing refugees and you set out towards a dark, fog-shrouded grove to the north. Drawing near the grove, you stepped across a strange threshold. If you recall, there was lush, vibrant jungle as you were making your way towards this place, but then you cross this threshold into this dark, gray, ashen area devoid of life, desiccated, brittle plants crunching beneath your feet. And as you drew near, voices from the fog, replacing the sounds of the jungle. Languages unknown to you, the sound of sobbing, alerting you to danger ahead. Feyre cast Circle of Power. Byron covered his ears. Runar knocked an arrow in his longbow, and Theo called forth his packed weapon, Kalistani. That, my friends, is where we pick up our adventure. You have come to the edge of a clearing, shrouded in fog. You look out across the space, and you see the fog swirling slowly, a low area in the surrounding landscape. The trees themselves dead, gnarled, leafless, lifeless. The fog is thick. What do you do?
Can I tell what direction we heard a voice, right? Somebody moaning or crying?
Yeah, sobbing and cries and the voices of people talking in some strange language that you have no idea what it is. It kind of passes for language. You could roll a perception check if you'd like, as you stand and sort of peer out across this shroud-covered opening in the canopy. It's strangely dark here. Even though it's later in the day at this point, you've traveled a little ways from the refugees that you met. It is getting dark. What did you roll, sir?
Not great, just an 8.
An 8. Yeah, you can't see very far, so you don't see any figures. You see these gnarled dead trees at your sides as you peer out. You can just barely hear a faint ripple of water, but you don't see anything. The voices, however, you hear pretty well, and they are calling to you from the north. You think you're on like the southern end of this opening. Go ahead, Feyre. Sorry.
Everyone, stay close to me. I've put up a magic field, and it'll help you if you stay within its aura.
What?
We can feel it. It's very thrummy.
Byron, shush. All right. Should we just approach? I don't know.
I don't have any better ideas at the time.
I don't think we should separate right now.
No, we stick together. And she starts
together.
miming it like Byron. Does anyone have rope? And Theo literally just ties a rope around his waist, walks over, ties the other end around Byron. He's got, I'd say, about 40 feet of lead.
Keep him on a chain. Good idea.
So you put him on a child rope.
In the event anyone is watching, we have equal length. They could think I am the one on the child rope. The important part is, this way he can't run off by himself.
All right.
Buddy
Maybe
system, very important.
I'm sure that will work, and it won't immediately not work.
Look,
knowing
I'm working with
Byron.
what I've got here.
Right.
Immediately and tragically backfire on anyone.
All right, let's head forward.
All right. Yeah, we creep forward.
Before we head forward, I'm gonna reach into my bag. I'm gonna pull out some rope. I'm gonna hand it to Theo so we can tie everyone else up too.
All right, I'm gonna just hog tie Runar.
I
Wait,
don't
no.
need it.
I apparently Yeah, why the hell not? We're just gonna put everyone in a long rope chain.
Favra just holds on to it. I can follow directions. Fine. All right, tie me up.
Is it all right? Is it
Lean
really-
something buy you dinner first, and then just ties it once around her waist. It was too good of a one-liner, and you know that.
Yeah, you teed that one up. Hey,
Favra's glaring. I'm laughing.
you guys are going to move into the clearing more to try to get a better spot on the source of these voices, and you're all now tied together. Does that sound right? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. You guys move forward. How far into the clearing do you move?
10 million kilometers.
I would say stealthily.
We like to use the imperial system here.
Oh,
we are
then that's 3
imperialists.
miles.
Hey, welcome to the guild blank tab. Much appreciated. That's very mysterious of you. All right, you guys move
Terribly
in to the space. The fog starting to part a little bit, and you find yourselves getting closer to the source of the voices, and you can hear a bit of water ahead of you.
Okay, but we don't see anybody yet.
At this
Are
point,
we-
you don't see anybody. You just hear them sobbing and
No.
crying.
There's no more trees.
There are
Hearing
some
one-
trees. You look around, and they're dead trees that are just kind of standing as you make your way in. They are smaller. Some of them are look to be stunted. You're definitely not in the thick jungle of the forest that you've been traversing the last couple of days.
Right.
This is different.
Can I tell, has that damage been done recently, or is it old damage? Is
Ooh.
it from another fallen meteorite, or is it some old kind of thing?
Give me a nature check. That's a great question.
Feyre coming in with the actual useful insight.
Can I do a survival check?
Sure.
Yay! That's what I'm good at.
Are you,
Oh,
though?
I got a 1.
A natural one.
A natural
Get him out of the
one.
way now.
Yeah.
I
This
rolled a
is
2.
Ashley's
you rolled a 1.
trend. Yeah, this has been a trend for you, Ash.
Yeah, a natural 1 for an 8, but it's still a natural 1.
It's
Well,
really
that doesn't matter for skill checks technically.
Yeah. There's no crit fails on a skill check. But they're fun. You
And an
don't
8 is still not great.
Yeah, you don't it's hard to tell. Without doing a more thorough investigation of the area, you're not sure. But it does seem that it's pervasive. Whatever the effect is that's happening, it is pervasive throughout the area. You still, as you're creeping forward, the ground, the vegetation below your feet is kind of crunching because it's so dried out and dead. It's not a loud crunch, but it's noticeable to you.
Guess we just keep moving up, but I'm gonna make sure that I don't walk into a river or something.
Bad news.
Because you just said you hear water and somebody crying. I'm gonna head towards the sobbing.
Crying.
Yeah, if we can get there.
Okay. Absolutely. You guys all move together?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get a marching order. Who's in front?
Theo.
Okay.
Theo's in
Theo's in
front.
front, sure.
Okay.
I guess-
And then Byron would be next since you tied off to him.
That makes me second.
Okay. And then Farrah, do you want to be in the middle or
Yep.
last?
I think I would be last because I was the last to tie on.
Got it. Okay. That makes a lot of sense to me. All right.
We're in trouble.
Everybody roll a perception check, please, as you continue deeper into the space.
Perception.
Yes, please.
Would you want this to be a visual perception or a auditory? Because if it's auditory, I feel like I should be at disadvantage.
Go ahead. Whatever you think. Give me a disadvantage roll. I appreciate you.
That's gonna be a 13 because my ears are plugged and I'm going la 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 quietly to myself.
All right, that's great. Theo, you are in the front, so this makes a lot of sense narratively. As you step into the space that you occupy currently, you can see just barely in front of you now that there is a short slope that descends into a pool. And you can then see, as you look across the pool, 6 human figures kneeling at the far edge. Each of them sobbing, sometimes continuing to murmur in strange, indecipherable sounds that might pass for language, but nothing known to you. Looking closer, because of that roll, nobody else sees this, but Theo, you do. You see something that's on these people, moving, sort of pulsating, and you look closer, you see a horrid creature. 6 of them attached, each of them attached to one of the refugees. Some sort of a cross between a bat and an oversized mosquito pulsing. And despite the dense fog, you see a long needle-like proboscis that seems to be plunged into each one of these refugees. They appear to be feeding upon these unknowing people. And my friends, I would like everyone to roll initiative for me, please.
I was about to say, because I believe we saw things like these on Cyberite Isle, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we did.
Theo, you would recognize them from Cyberite for sure.
The problem is that doesn't explain why they're letting it happen.
Oh, fair. Is
Why
that
would
2 in a row?
Go for one more.
Oh,
Oh crap! I didn't click
Why
my
wouldn't
thing.
you?
I'm a token.
Me either.
Guys.
I clicked my thing. There we go.
Guys.
I'm in the tracking order now.
Guys.
Please change mine to a 7.
A what?
I rolled a
7?
1, and I
Again.
have a plus.
Getting them
6.
out of the way. Getting them
I
out of
love
the way.
how you
early.
got ones 7.
Right?
8.
This means I won't get any more natural
Byron.
1s for the rest of the game, right?
Byron
Bad
with a
news.
22. Of course. Runar with a 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Theo with a 14. And Farrah, what was yours? A 7?
Yes.
Oh,
You,
so sorry.
Dave, I think I should go with my first one actually because I don't think I get advantage unless I have the shield out.
Got it. So a 13.
And I would put both my fingers in my ears so I don't have a shield.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Hey, Techie Woman, thanks for the cheer. Everybody has got an advantage. Oh my
How
gosh,
advantageous.
even me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh shit! Why would you do this to us?
Thank you so much. Very equalizing of you to do that, and very fun. All right, so
Per year.
I rolled pretty good. So these creatures continue to pulse, and I need Theo, since you're the one that's seeing what's going on, I need you to roll a d6 for me, please.
6 whole D's. One. Oh, that's not.
Well,
the
just
button I
one
wanted.
D that has 6 sides would be perfect.
I got a 5.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, that's not good.
Nope.
That's in fact bad.
That is in
Are you
fact
using
bad.
a D6 for a spawn?
Or how many hit points it sucks from the people.
Oh.
Or both. Who knows?
You watch as 5 of these humans, the refugees, go down.
No.
You're not
That's-
sure if they're dead or not, but they drop to the ground.
Wow. That was quick. All right.
Yeah, you gotta remember they've been missing for a little while. Nevertheless, it is now Theo's turn.
Phew. There's a strangled and Theo's idea was to rope everybody together, and he immediately pulls the slip knot on the rope he's attached to and unropes himself.
Yeah.
He's going to start
How
moving
ironic.
30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, trying to move. Actually, wait a minute. No, I don't have to do that. I'm a silly head.
You're a
Um,
warlock.
There are easier ways to get across that. Don't worry. He is going to hex, as in cast the spell hex. It won't let. Which setting do I have to be in to ping things? Is it pan view? No.
The pointer.
The error.
You have to have the pointer.
Yeah, the arrow.
Yeah, it's just not letting me ping at all. That's fascinating.
It's the for pinging.
It's just left mouse button when you have that.
Or
Yeah.
are you trying to do the distance tracker?
The select.
Nope. I'm just trying to ping the map, and it's not doing.
Just
butt
left
piss.
click
Hold
and
and
hold
click.
down.
Hold and click.
Oh, it's hold and click.
Yeah.
Okay. This little guy. You see this little guy on one of the living individuals?
Yes.
He is hexed.
Okay.
He has just glowy blue bands on him, and then with that to kind of home in on, will Eldritch Blast at it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll some Eldritch Blast, please.
Eldritch Blast. Here comes number 1. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, an 18 hits.
And I get the hex damage, which of course I forgot to do. So that's 7 points on the first attack.
Okay. I will give this to you because it doesn't have that many hit points. It is gone.
Then I will move it to the next one. Is there one of them still alive on a living person?
Well, you're not sure. You don't know if anybody's
Okay.
dead or alive. I mean, you can definitely make some assumptions, but 5 of the villagers, the refugees, fell to the ground with these things sucking on their necks, basically.
So I need a rules interpretation really quick. Is there
Sure.
a limit to technically the number of bonus actions you can do in a turn if you have things that trigger bonus actions?
Just one.
I thought
bonus
it was
action.
1,
Yep.
but the rules keep getting weird on it, so I just wanted to check. So just gonna
Unless
move.
you have a surge or some kind of ability that gives you.
But that only
something
affects your actual action. I think your bonus actions.
It's one of those. I think it's rule as written. There isn't rules as intended, and as everyone plays it, yes, you can only do one bonus action because they could string together really weirdly if you did. Because I could have just, if I could have as many bonus actions as are triggered, could have just gotten really weird. So I'm gonna move the hex to this guy over here.
Okay.
And
And you can
that's
do
it
that
for the
as
moment.
that's your bonus action, essentially, right?
Yeah,
Yep. Okay.
and that's it.
All right. Just to clarify, casting the hex was not a bonus action.
Technically it was.
So you would have to wait till your next turn to transfer the hex, I do believe. Unless I'm
Sure.
misinterpreting. Yeah. All right.
Me
So
no
that's
brain
your
good.
turn. Do you want to move at all?
Nope.
Okay. All right. You're gonna stay put. Byron, that brings us to
Oh.
you.
Well, no, never mind. I do need to because this isn't working right. There we go. There's 30 feet.
Okay.
All right. Following the hex that Theo just cast, do I make out these people on the other side of this water?
Roll another perception check for me, and now you have a little bit lower DC because you saw where the Eldritch Blast went. Yeah,
A
you don't really
9.
you don't really see it. You don't see it. It's foggy. He shot into the fog, and you can't quite see what's going on over there.
Okay.
But you do see him run off to
yeah.
the northeast.
I'm gonna charge after him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to dash and charge past him.
Okay.
How dare you?
It's not a race, fellas.
Well, kind of.
Well,
sort of
maybe it is. Maybe it is.
And I think that's as far as I.
Okay. Sounds good. That brings us to Runar Deg.
All right. Seeing these guys run off this direction, I'm going to immediately drop whatever rope was wrapped around me and run up
That was such a great plan.
Yeah. And with my bow, I'm going to take a shot at this guy here.
Okay. Give me a quick perception check to see how well you can see him.
Ah.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, you can see him.
All right. Longbow shot. I'm not gonna, well, yeah, I'm gonna use one of my advantages and
Do
go
it.
sharpshooter.
Ooh, all right.
Sharpshooting.
That's what we like.
So I got a bunch of those. Here we go. $27 to hit.
Oh gosh, yeah. Absolutely, that hits.
For 23 damage.
Yeah, your arrow flies true across this open pool, and it hits this creature, this large mosquito-like bat, and it just takes the momentum of the arrow, it makes it fly through the air backwards, and it disappears into the mist, and it is, for all intents and purposes, dead.
All right, extra attack. I'm gonna shoot at the next one to the left.
Okay.
Here.
Yep, and we'll say with that last perception roll, you can see all of them at this point.
Okay. I'm not going to use my advantage this time. Yeah, what the heck? We're still going sharpshooter. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, yeah. 26 to hit.
Yeah. Is that the next one down the line that you shot at?
Yeah, this one.
That guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
Margaret.
Yep. Yeah, that kills him. Same
All right.
idea. Your arrow just hits it so hard it just flies back into the forest.
I think
It's
I
a
have
thud.
one more movement. That's
Okay.
where I'm going.
All right. Farah, it's your turn. You watch as your companions race forward. What do you do?
I am going to move in that direction. I'll move here. And I am going to. I'm gonna do a. How far? Yeah, I'm gonna cast a bonus action healing word on one of the people who have fallen.
Okay.
I'll just grab this guy. So that will be
Nice.
6 healing.
Yep. Well, take the red X off of this individual, but they are still prone on the ground,
Okay.
not having yet made any death saves.
And I will pull out my bow and I will take a shot. I hear as I string the bow, it whispers to me in Elvish, and I hear "swift defeat to my enemies." And if you were watching, you can kind of see like a film kind of passes over my eyes for a moment, and as I reply in Elvish, "Swift death to you who have wronged me," and
Ooh, icy cold.
It's badass.
and you know what?
What's cooler than being cool?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not actually going to. I'm not going to invoke the sworn enemy because I think I can only have one per day, and these guys are like a one-hit wonder. So I'm just gonna try to hit the thing that is attached to that guy I just tried to save.
Okay.
To give him a little bit of a chance. So where is my bow? Both bow. Okay. That is 23 to hit.
That hits and kills this one as well. Similar to Runar's attack, it just flies backwards and disappears with your arrow.
Okay, sounds good. That's all I can do right now.
Okay. As they have now watched, or as they have seen their food drop to the ground, these two remaining creatures begin to fly across towards where the arrows are coming from.
Do they make buzzing noises as they do?
Yes, they do actually. As they get closer to you and Farah, they have to use their dash action to get there, so they won't be able to attack you. But they do fly at you, and they're just flapping their leathery wings, coming at you with this kind of needle-like proboscis that's sort of like zigzagging in the air as they're trying to hone in on you. And let's see. At that same time, Byron, as you're racing forward, you feel something move at your feet. And let's see.
You can feel it coming in the air tonight.
You can. Wow. I need you to make a strength saving throw as the vines at your feet begin to constrict around your ankles.
I'm going to use one of my advantages.
Okie dokes.
For a 12.
Hot potato.
Oh, a 12 total? All right. You are restrained by entangling vines and roots as they wrap themselves around you and hold you fast. Now you can... Let's see. Creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check, freeing itself, and it's an athletics check on the attempt. So at the end of your turn, you can attempt to do that. But for the time being, you are entangled. And cannot move. Runar, beneath your feet as well, these vines begin to writhe around you, and they are going to try to constrict on you. Roll a constrict attack from these assassin vines. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
You take 6 bludgeoning, and you are grappled. You're grappled, restrained. Ooh, and you take some poison damage.
Ooh, poison.
Let's see.
Oh, did we get any bonus or temp hit points for that thing that Farah cast?
No, this
Or is that
wasn't
something
temporary hit points. This was
Okay.
You have advantage against magical things that are magic that attack you, and saving throws against magical effects, and so and if you do take damage, you get to, like, I think it's half damage. I'll throw it up in the chat again.
Jerbotimer.
Okay, that's fine.
Jerboa Tamer 77. Hi. How are you? Thank you for being here. Namaste. Thanks for the lurk. All right, so you do not take the poison damage, but you are restrained and grappled, and you can attempt to escape that at the end of your turn. All right. Or wait, no. You can use an action, I should say, to try to get out of it.
Okay.
Let's see. That, and that is their turn. That brings us to Theo. Theo, you are entangled.
Wait, I'm entangled?
Sorry, not Theo. I was thinking Byron. But Theo, you're not entangled yet.
That's okay.
Yet.
So, does that weird little bit of crystal I see on the map actually exist within the fiction of the setting?
Roll a perception check. Hey, thanks for being here, Jerboa Tamer 77. I'm guessing you have some boas? Some rosy boas?
18.
18, yes. You do see through the dark pool, this gloomy pool of water, that there is a faint glow coming from the depths.
but I don't see the stone itself.
I would say with that perception, you don't actually see the stone. You see the glow to indicate that there's something not quite right with the pool.
Theo will yell, "There's something in the pool." As his bonus action, he will move the hex to this one, the southernmost Sturge. Southern Sturge. And take a shot at it with his S word. Come here, S word.
S word.
Does a 17 hit?
Oh yeah. Yeah. 17 hits hard.
And with the hex damage, it's a total of 17 hit points.
Yeah, that thing, you just swat it out of the air with Kalistani, and it drops to the ground in pieces, and it just falls into the water and creates like this ripple effect on the water as it starts to sink.
I've got
gloom.
A second attack for this other Sturge. The mosquito.
The mosquito.
For 11 points of damage, because I assume a 27 hits.
27 does hit. 11 points of damage will result in the same effect as this one is cut in half. Wings still flapping. And it drops into the water.
And Theo will dive into the water.
Okay.
5. If you don't have a swim speed, it's half movement, I believe.
Correct. Yep.
10, 15, just out there, trying to
Now,
get close to the source of the glow.
Do you do a dive? Do you jump? Tell us a little bit about this.
I would like to dive, and it's kind of swimming, getting underwater to try and follow towards the glow.
Okay. And remind me what kind of armor you have on.
Half plate.
Okay.
Think like a stone.
Theo starts to sink.
Trying to get to the bottom there. Hey, getting to the bottom's the easy part.
Did you ever attune to that helmet?
No.
I guarantee you're going to get to the bottom of this pool.
Sorry, I interrupted Feyre.
Okay. What were we saying,
I
Ashley?
was going to say that instead of half movement, you should get full movement if you're heading downward.
Well, trying to do at an angle.
Yeah.
And that's me.
I'll give you that. If you just want to go straight down, you can have it.
Well, we don't know if the thing that's glowing is actually at the bottom, so.
Oh, boy. Okay, so Theo dives. Feyre, you watch as Theo just dives into the water and starts swimming. Are you swimming on the surface, Theo, or are you like diving in underwater?
Down.
Oh, wow. So he disappears underneath the surface of the water, Feyre. You could probably see a little bit of the glow of Kalistani. Remind the viewers, Michael, about Kalistani. Is there some sort of a fancy glow?
Given the illustration that was so kindly and graciously created for the character, yes, there has to be a azure glow that emanates from beneath the water.
Okay. All right. So you watch that happen, and it is Byron's turn.
It's not a Snickers, Theo! And then I'm gonna try and escape this thing.
All right, so as your action, you can use your you can make a strength save at the end of your turn. Sorry, my bad. You can use your action to make the strength athletics check.
Yep, so I'm gonna do that.
Sorry, it's a long description. And then you would still have your movement if you're able to get out of it.
A 16.
Yep. You use your action to shrug off and pull your leg out of the grasping, entangling vines.
All right. I'm going to dive into the water as well.
Okay.
And try and catch up to Theo, who I think is going after a Snickers bar.
All right. Sounds good. That brings us to Runar.
All right. No, I was restrained, but I can still make attacks, right?
Let's see. You are grappled and restrained. You now take at the beginning of your turn some poison damage.
It's no fun.
I know. 21 poison damage.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, that's a lot. Now you can try to break the grapple with your action. You can use an athletics check or acrobatics, whichever you prefer, to try to break the grapple. It would be a contested roll against this assassin bind.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'll use one of my advantages for that, so that brings me down to 3. Okay.
All right, and then it will be contested.
Athletics, you said?
Well, you can use acrobatics or athletics.
I'll use acrobatics, please.
I thought you might want to. Oof, I almost rolled a natural 1.
20.
I rolled a 17, and they have a strength bonus of +4, so 21. You are still restrained.
All right, so that was my action.
Yes.
Now, I can't use an extra attack as in another action because that is...
Because you didn't really attack.
Can I use... this feature? My Indomitable feature, beginning at 9th level, you can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. Or is this not a saving throw? This wasn't a saving throw.
It was a skill check. Yeah. Let's see. You could have used it when you rolled the initial save to be grappled, just as a FYI.
Yeah.
Yep. But not for a check. So it appears as though you'll remain grappled.
Yep, that was what I was trying to avoid, and it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got then. I can't move.
All right, and you use your action, yeah.
Yep.
Feyre.
Oh man, I'm debating a couple of things. Guess I don't need to go over there.
You probably
I
heard
will-
Runar cry out as he's being
Oh, he's
pumped
right
full
next
of
to me.
Yeah, he's being pumped full of poison.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
that's got to be
Yeah, I know.
unfortunate.
It's they're all involve Runar. I am going to I'm gonna just reach over and grab Runar by the arm and cast Freedom of Movement.
Ooh,
nice.
That'll do.
what's that do?
I threw it up in the chat. But it basically
Oh,
is
there
you
it is.
touch a willing creature for the duration the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain and spells and other magical effects, and can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. The target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as a creature that has it grappled.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And
So you
underwater poses no penalties to target's movements.
So
And
5
it lasts
feet.
for an hour. So you can you can automatically move 5 feet and escape the grapple that you're in. That's genius. What a great spell.
Okay. And then I'm going to man, I got so many things I want to do. That's not a cantrip, so I can't do 2 spells. So I will. Heck, I'll just as I'm giving him freedom of movement. I'm like, come on, we gotta save these people, and I will give you bardic inspiration because I'm a bard, and that's what I
Alright.
do.
Because that's what bards do.
And then I'm going to move like 5 feet into the water. Is it is it really deep?
As you jump into that first 5 feet, you find that it's extremely deep. The pool kind of like drops off. It's like a sinkhole.
Oh,
It's not a wading pool, unfortunately.
Perhaps the cenote, if you will.
Possibly.
All right, I just want to like mindfully not be next to any vines, if possible.
Sure. So you do like a little bit of a cannonball into the water?
Well, I just, like I wade in.
You're like, whoa, and you slip and you come up to like your neck. You could easily plunge under the water if you allowed it to happen. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're able to sort of maintain the surface.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to stay close to people, but out of trouble.
Okay. That's always a smart move. All right, that brings us back to... I lost my... Dave.
Wouldn't say you lost it, Bob.
I think I had a 19. All right, so that is
You were
Feyre's
certainly
turn.
top of initiative order. That's correct.
Yeah. All right, so let's see here. Well, Runar, this creature is going to try... It moves forward 5 feet and is going to try to grab you again with a constrict. You watch as the vines just kind of follow you as you move away. I need you to make a saving throw, please. Oh no, this is actually an attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say last
Yeah.
time they got me with an attack.
This is an attack, so here it is. A 22.
Oh, damn it. Yeah.
Now that's 13 bludgeoning, but now you can make a saving throw to not be grappled. So give me a dexterity save.
What'd you say the bludgeoning was again?
13. Let me just read this again. There's two things this thing has that are like very similar.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was just grappled last time.
Oh no,
I
yeah,
didn't
you
get
are
to save.
grappled. Yep, you're grappled.
If it hit, it grappled last time.
Exactly. So you are once again grappled.
Okay.
And this other one is going to move as well. Not very far. And that is their turn. We'll go to Theo.
I would like to continue kind of down at an angle to try and continue looking for the source of that light.
Okay. I would say you can probably get nearly there if you used like a dash action and you're swimming. You could reach it, but that would take your action to get there.
Well, can I get within sight of it with a normal movement?
You can get darn close. Yeah.
For normal movement, see it. Bonus action, hex it.
Okay.
The hex to it.
Okay.
No, and I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it from here to start.
Okay. Give me an
Let's get their
Eldritch
attention.
Blast. Yep.
The crystal.
Yup.
Nice.
Does a 22 connect?
Yes.
So that does a total of 13 force damage.
Okay.
And here comes the second one, because I get to
13, you say?
13, I say. Ooh, I doubt an 11 actually finds any purchase.
Nope.
All right. So just, you definitely can see in... These aren't subtle Eldritch Blasts beneath the water. There is definitely, like, flashing lights happening down there now. There's a cascading light show occurring somewhere in the depths.
Yeah, and in fact, when your Eldritch Blast impacts this crystal, it glows and sort of emits this bright light, and then almost as if it's kind of absorbing your blast.
That makes me cranky.
It's not the greatest. So you moved, you used you did hex it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So
it's
all
hexed.
actions are taken.
All right, Byron, you are swimming as well. You see the lights, bright lights flashing below you.
Okay, I'm going to use my free action to dash, my free bonus action, and swim the rest of the way across the pond.
Fucking rogues.
Okay.
And then I will pull myself up and seeing this guy laying down on the shore, I will reach into my bag and pull out a health potion and dump it down his throat.
The guy that's just to the north of you?
Yeah, the one that I know, well, that looks worse than the one to my left.
This guy right here.
Now I wish we had good berries because
Yep.
really they just need one healing point.
He breathes heavy, sucking in air as you wet his lips with your potion. Not a euphemism.
That is my action, my bonus action. Yeah, that's it. Never mind. That's it.
All right, Runar. God damn it, break that grapple, would you?
Well, Farah's spell lasts for an hour.
Oh, so the grapple's
So-
automatically broken.
Yeah,
Well,
with
5 feet of movement will
5 feet of movement gets me out.
So you were grappled, but you get out of it, basically, is how it works. Because
Yeah,
of that.
just
Yep.
yeah.
All right. So
You can
unfortunately,
automatically
still.
escape from non-magical restraints.
Yep, which is perfect. You unfortunately you do take the poison damage again,
Right.
which sucks. But it's only 15 poison damage this time.
Okay.
You don't feel great. A
No.
little woozy. But you are ungrappled. Not grappled?
Right.
Is ungrappled a word? I don't know.
I'm going to
Someone in
use
the
the rest
chat,
of my
spell check
movement to jump into the water.
Okay.
Sploosh. Is that the water? I don't know.
Yep.
And so those. And then I'm going to swim to here.
Okay. Are you on the surface of the water?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can
Well,
kind of
actually,
look down and you can see Theo and below you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have my helmet on, so.
Hey. Okay.
Theo just down there doing hot warlock shit.
Now
What you doing? Hot warlock shit.
Hot warlock shit.
you can't shoot a bow underwater, right? In the water.
You can certainly try. There are rules for that, for sure.
Oh, there are.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to take a shot at this thing, because I saw Theo let loose earlier.
A
It's
ranged
about,
weapon
what,
attack. What are you shooting
60
at?
feet down, you said?
You shoot at the crystal. Okay.
Yeah.
You make it with disadvantage.
Okay. I will not go sharpshooter this time. Here we go. Oh, disadvantage. $17 to hit.
It misses. Your arrow kind of makes its way through the water and goes wide.
Extra attack.
Yeah.
Darn, 13.
Also misses.
All right.
Theo,
That's-
you can just hear the of the arrows flying past you. All right, Runar, anything else for you?
No, that's it.
Don't forget that in the future, you do have that bardic inspiration if you so choose to use it.
Yeah.
Farah, it is your turn.
Should have used it.
Okay.
That's right.
The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to bonus action heal this guy with a healing word.
Nice. Okay. He no longer has a red X on him. You notice right away that the red X is gone.
He gets 6 healing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. So for my ability that gives you guys extra hit points, I think you all have to see me. And you have to be within 60 feet. And I think
that the
some of you might
mantle?
not be within 60 feet anymore. So I'm going to wait on that. And Understood. Heck, I'll try. I'll see if I can hit with my oath bow that thing in the water too, because it's just disadvantage.
Yes. Well, what are you trying to use? Your bow? Yeah, disadvantage on
Yeah.
a ranged attack. Absolutely. Oh, that'll do it
12.
though. Oh shoot! I saw a natural 20 come up and I got excited.
Right. Well,
Oh.
that's
Ooh.
disadvantage.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. I mean, it was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot. Now, Byron, you're sort of on the edge. Was your intention to climb out of the water on your last turn?
I would say I'm just trying to get to them quickly. So if it would have been easier to administer the potion from the water, I would have done it from the water.
Yeah, we'll just say because that all happened that you're up on land. You would have had to kind of climb up a little bit, and I probably should have had you roll, but we'll just say you got there. Everybody
Okay.
else who's in the water, I need you to make charisma saving throws, please.
With advantage. If you're within 30 feet of me.
What's a charisma?
Theo is probably not. Runar would be.
Okay.
14.
Oh shit,
I have +9 to charisma saves.
that's pretty good.
I have +10 to charisma.
Charisma
saves, and I
caster
got
class?
a natural 20.
Hell yeah, get it. There's
Oh,
two natural
Runar got a
20s in those
natural
rolls.
20 as well. You guys.
Oh yeah.
You guys.
Kapow. 20.
Nice.
Magic Rock's got nothing on me.
Mhm.
Nope. So luckily, Runar and Farah, this doesn't affect you, but Theo, this also makes kind of narrative sense since you're closest to the source. You have this overwhelming sense of despair that washes over you. At this point, you are overwhelmed. You cannot attack. You cannot cause any creature to make a saving throw. Your speed is halved. And you have disadvantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
I'm super depressed.
You can, at the end of your turn, attempt to make a charisma save again. At the end of your turn. You are, for all intents and purposes, under this effect of like a curse. We would call it sort of like a curse, basically.
I just call that Monday morning.
Yeah, oof, that is a Monday morning thing. Speed halved for sure, at least until coffee. All right, so the assassin vines are kind of doing assassin viney stuff. Kirk, or Byron, you get up on the ledge and you administer this healing potion, and you're able to bring to consciousness this individual. 2 or 3 now, 4 of them have snapped out of whatever it was that was going on. They look terrified to you. Their eyes pale and glossy. Their skin, it looks as though they've been drained because they have of blood. So they look anemic and pale and weak as they kind of reach up to you, and they're having a hard time even speaking. As you reach out to them to try to help them, you watch as the trees above you start to move. And you look up and you see this gnarled tree almost stand up and begin to reach out for you. It looks something like this.
Ugh.
That is not an
That's
end.
fine. That's fine.
I don't think you have anything to worry about. Look at those. Look at that mouth.
Which one?
So, that's
think I
true.
see
There's more
2.
than one. There are more than one. That's a really good point. Thanks for pointing that out. This thing reaches for you and is going to try to slam you. And it gets to try twice.
Oh, Black Betty, slam lamb. Oh, Black Betty, slam a Byron.
17 on the first attack.
That hits.
Oof, that's 17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second slam as another branch comes down and tries to take a swing at you, but it's a natural 1 as you're able to duck out of the way. The first blast slapping you across the face with branches. scraping the skin of your face, but then you duck out of the way of the second attack. It is Theo's turn. Theo, you are overwhelmed with despair.
I'm sad. I will now cast the saddest dimension door. Oogly boogly. And disappear in the most sad blossom of azure magic from beneath the water. And with no great fanfare and naught but grief and sadness in my heart, reappear over next to this guy who's mostly dead. And then, as my bonus action, he will slowly, as if weighed down by the sorrows of 1,000 toddlers who just learned there's no nap time, administer a healing potion to this guy.
Nice. All right. Beautiful. Go ahead and roll your healing potion.
Oh, wait. Did I just technically try to teleport into a tree ant?
You're basically at the feet. You didn't see what was happening, and you're there.
That's fine. I'm still going to do that.
Boop.
Oogly boogly. He gets back 4 hit points.
Well, you guys are succeeding in some respect, as the fifth of these individuals is brought back to consciousness, even though they are extremely weak and emaciated from being fed on by those sturges.
But they're not dead, and that's what matters.
That's what matters. Unfortunately, Theo's very sad.
He is sad, but as it's the end of his turn,
yeah, charisma save, baby.
Roll to save. Now, I had disadvantage on that save because of the nature of the thing, right?
Yep.
So I will spend a inspiration advantage thing to make it a straight roll.
Smart.
Motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
I rolled a 1, which gives me a 10, but still isn't enough.
That's not going to be enough, I'm afraid.
Oogly boogly.
I'm very afraid, to be quite honest with you. All right, so that brings us to Byron.
All right. You know, I've climbed trees before.
Have you fought one, though?
So I'm going to reach into my bag real quick and pull out a gut punch Molotov.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
As I do that,
It's impossible to be sad when there's a gut punch Molotov on the field.
I would like to, can I light it in the same turn that I pull it out?
You could use your action to light it.
I will light it. And then my movement will be to run up the side of this tree. Like a squirrel. And I will have Chuck help me. He will pop out of my shoulder. Well, he'll peek out my collar, and then he'll climb out. And as I'm running up the tree, you know, he'll be like trying to show me like, oh, this one's good. Oh yeah, this is how you grab a branch. Oh yeah, look over here. Watch what I'm doing.
Running up that tree.
All right.
Running up that hill.
I like it. Give me an athletics check for climbing with advantage because Chuck is helping you out. However, I'm going to contest it as a reaction of this tree to try to throw you off.
Oh, natural.
I got a
20.
nat 20.
That's probably going to beat what I got because I rolled a 3. So you climb up it. You and Chuck are now kind of like up on this guy.
A lot of mouths on that tree.
Yep.
You could just throw it in one of its mouths.
So I have it in my hand. It's lit. Throwing it is an action I can't do right now.
Not yet.
But, and this is just a hypothetical, could Chuck slap it out of my hand?
But you'd be like standing on a fireball.
You'll have to look up the
He already helped me. I can't do that.
Yeah, he used a help action. I would say that makes sense. All right, so that's the end of your turn. You are up on this weird tree creature, not to be confused with a sea creature. Runar, it's your turn.
All right. How far down was the crystal?
Probably like 30 feet. Hard to tell, but it's deep.
Okay. Convinced these creatures are the result of this crystal's corruption. Runar's gonna dive down. Well, actually, I'm gonna stow my bow.
Okay.
Would that be a free action?
Sure. Absolutely. And then if you wanted to, you could use an action to draw another weapon if you wanted to, or not. You could do something else.
Would I still be able to attack with another weapon if I do that?
You'd use your action now because you used your free action to stow. You would have to use an action to draw, so you wouldn't have an attack action available to you unless you used. Can you use action surge to get, or do you have to attack to use action surge?
Something I don't like to use it for.
Yeah. It's also gonna, if you're thinking about swimming towards the crystal, I don't know if that's what your thought process was, but it would take you. It's gonna be well, no, you have your helmet on, so it's you can use your full movement. Speed. That's right. Yeah.
All right. For damn it.
He has freedom of movement anyway, so he would have a.
Oh, that's right. Freedom of movement, baby.
Yeah, freedom of movement. The spell gives you your full swim speed.
Full swim speed.
Oh, right.
Good call.
Full movement speed as swim speed.
I love it.
All right. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna stow my bow and dive down.
Okay.
And how about this? As a for my action, I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I like it. That brings us to Feyre. And Brunar, you're able to reach the crystal that's down there. You get right up next to it. And it's glowing in front of your face quite brightly now that you're next to it. You can tell that the gloomy darkness of the pool, which is a little freaky because you can't see much more than 5-10 feet in any direction from you. Who knows what's lurking down there, but you are alone down there with the crystal.
Okay.
It ends great. Don't worry. Just you.
All right. I'm going to swim 5, 10, 15 on the surface. You said it's about 30 feet down, so Runar should be within the special spell effect at this point. Not that I could swim much further than that right now. And then I'm still holding onto my bow. I am going to whisper to it, "Swift death to you who have wronged me," and cast Sworn Enemy on this treant over there. And I'm gonna attack it. Okay.
I envision Feyre like treading water and getting herself up above the surface and loosing a bow.
And actually, hold on a second, because I get 3 chances to hit, so maybe I'll get a natural 20.
Ooh.
You might.
Fish for those crits.
No. All right. So the first one is the best one. 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
So 11 damage.
Okay.
Plus 3d6.
Yeah, you get extra damage with that too, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Piercing.
Ooh.
So 13 points of piercing.
Nice.
And
yeah, you just hear the arrow hit the wood of this tree and just.
And bonus action, I will cast Healing Word on that one remaining guy who's passed out.
Okay.
Hopefully he's still alive.
Yep.
Nice.
You cast Healing Word, you give back some hit points, and the 6th of the refugees who were missing is now a conscious refugee. No longer missing. All right. Let's see. Is that the end of your turn, Farah?
That is all I can do. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
That brings us
sorry.
Still a
to
lot.
the
a lot.
creatures. All right. So this tree creature is going to attempt to throw Byron out of the tree.
In its defense, we all try to do that.
Yep.
He's already out of his tree.
Yep.
He's up a tree, this guy. 16 on the first attack.
I am thrown.
Oh, all right. So let's see. I would say you probably get thrown 20 feet. Right about there. And we'll say you take D6 bludgeoning damage. As you hit the ground and hit the duff, you take 3 bludgeoning damage.
You have been bludgeoned.
And then this creature is going to try to slam Theo, as they do.
Oh no, I hope I'm not also bludgeoned.
20 to hit.
I have been bludgeoned.
So the good news, Theo, is that you are no longer...
Is it a Fey, Fiend, Undead, or Aberration?
Good question. Nope.
Okay, continue, sorry.
Yep. So the good news, as I mentioned, is that you are no longer in the pits of despair because you have taken damage.
Delightful.
So that bit's over.
Well, that's
so
good.
You're much happier, but you're also black and blue because you're taking 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, you know what they say. Ow, 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 stop.
Yeah. Hard stop on that one. But that is the end of the treant's turn, and it is your turn.
And I'll finally get to use this class feature I've been sitting on for 2 levels. As Theo just looks up at that thing, spits some blood out of his mouth, goes, thanks. As a bonus action, he will teleport up to 60 feet back to his hex target, which is the fucking crystal.
All right. So you are back
Because
in the water.
I have, and I'll hit a button to finally actually use this. There we go. I've been holding onto this for even longer than that.
Wow.
Relentless hex. Whoop, whoop.
That's cool.
Teleport over there, and we're gonna beat the snot out of this rock with a sword. Because no one likes rocks.
Do it. Kill that rock.
Does a 14 find any purchase on this rock?
Your sword swings through the water and you hit the rock, but your blade just glances off of it, and you hear this kind of long sigh from Kalistani. Ugh.
Damn it, Theo, it's a mineral.
No one likes. Just he burbles out underwater. I know, no one likes fighting underwater.
Ooh,
Does a
that might be it.
26 hit?
That one does hit, actually.
All right, so that's 10 slashing and 1 extra radiant.
All right. Yeah, you're chipping away at it.
That's all I got.
Okay. Let's see here. We'll go to Byron.
All right.
You are prone, so you're going to have to pick yourself up off the ground.
All right, I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to look up at this tree with this flaming bottle of Gut Punch Molotov in my hand.
You see Chuck up in the tree branches kind of bouncing around.
I'm going to try and throw Chuck the Molotov so he can drop it in a mouth. I'm doing it. I'm going to go, Chuck, hear my whispers. I'm going to throw it right to him.
All right, give me a dexterity attack roll basically to get it to him.
He fumbles. Does he take the fireball?
Roll a natural 1.
This could be bad. All right, now roll an
16?
athletics check for Chuck. You got it to him. Your aim was good. Come on, Chuck. You got this, buddy.
Just looking up his stats super quick.
Chuck, 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 Chuck.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can I use an advantage for this?
Yeah, I'll let you just because it's cool. Normally you'd have to do it beforehand, but we'll go for it.
It's still an 8.
Oh no! Chuck reaches out and you watch. You just kind of gasp as it flies through the air. Chuck reaches out his little marsupial hand to grab it. And that, my friend, is where we're going to take a quick break. And we'll find out what happens with the Molotov toss when we come back from a break. Because that seems like a good place to take a little pause. Wow. Guys.
Monkey paws.
Ooh, that was an unintended pun, my friend. Hey, nice job, you guys. I love this. It's going to be fun to see what happens here. Really quick, I want to make sure that folks are reminded that we are indeed giving away a vial of Old Goat Beard Company's beard oil. If you can see this here on screen there. Look at that. It's really good. And we're also going to be giving away a copy of the Countess von Tsarevich. The only thing you need to do to get into the giveaway is type in !drawing. We encourage you to check out our sponsors' websites. Kirk will post a few links in there for you to check out their stuff. We're going to be back in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned to find out what happens with the Molotov toss between Byron and Chuck. We'll be back in T-minus 5 minutes.
I can't count that high.
I could think of some people I'd do it to.
And with that, folks, we're going to jump back into our game here. Just a quick reminder, we're going to be giving away some good stuff here at the end of tonight's game. So !drawing to get in on the action. Beard oil, supplements for your Curse of Strahd campaign. We got everything. And that statement has not been verified by the Food and Drug Administration, so just keep that in mind. All right, my friends. We know that things are getting tense because there's tense music playing as I push play. You have found a pool of gloom located somewhere in the Amedio Jungle. The trees and vegetation surrounding this area desiccated, dead, withered. The 6 missing refugees weeping and wailing, being fed on by sturges, which you summarily dispatched with your cunning and prowess. Detecting a crystal at the bottom of the lake, you have decided to bring the battle to the rock. Dwayne Johnson, we know you're watching.
Yeah.
It's a mineral.
We
Dave.
can, in fact, smell what the rock is cooking.
And to make it even more interesting, before we took our break, Byron had just used an action to lob a Molotov cocktail, not just any Molotov cocktail, a fire giant gut punch Molotov cocktail to his familiar Chuck, a primate of sorts, climbing in the treetops of a corrupted treant. Chuck rolled to catch said Molotov and rolled an 8. As he reaches out to grab it, Byron, gasping with excitement, flames in his eyes already. You can already see it. The Molotov comes to Chuck. Chuck reaches up to grab it and slips on a branch as it breaks and misses. The Molotov falling down, smashing against the treant. Please roll for some fire damage, my friend.
We'll take it.
Okay.
And so will Chuck.
I have never hit anyone with one of these.
That you know of.
Except for a cart.
You've hit structures. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hit a
that's true.
cart.
And the bar.
Yep.
How much damage?
And
does
that
a
one
gut
guy.
punch
I
Molotov do?
don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I never got stats on it.
Oh shit! Shoot! Shucks. Go ahead and just roll some dice.
Oh man.
as I'm looking. Gut punch. There it is. If anybody can name the location where you acquired the gut punch, right now. 1, 2, 3, go.
The black
Nearest man.
enemy.
The
Black anemone.
Black anemone.
Anemone.
Black anemone.
It's very true.
Anemone.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. All right. What does somebody, if you could look up Alchemist Fire for me real quick? It's gonna do twice as
looking it
much
up.
damage as Alchemist Fire.
So 2d4.
Oh man, where is it?
That doesn't seem like
Alchemists.
enough. That doesn't seem like
On
enough.
each of its
Alchemist Fire-
turns.
No.
Yeah.
Alchemist Fire is
feel like-
1d4.
1d4.
Okay.
I
no,
feel like
this
it
is.
should be a fireball.
It's probably not quite that, but we'll say it's much more than an Alchemist Fire. We'll say it is.
Yeah.
We'll say it's 2d8
Per turn?
per turn until the fire is put
Ooh.
out.
Let's hope it can't swim.
That's 8. It's taking 8 damage a turn.
Okay.
Or do you re-roll each time?
We will re-roll each time, but for this turn it takes 8, which is plenty. How dare you burn my bad guy? All right, that is your turn, Byron. You got up, you tossed this thing. It missed Chuck's hands, but it succeeded with your 16 on actually hitting the tree end. Runar, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna pull my sword and attack the crystal. I will
use some
use-
advantages.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my advantage. One of my advantages. I have
Okay.
2 left now,
Yep.
and start swinging. Wait, did I turn that on? Yep. Okay. Holy crap! That was a horrible roll.
Oh,
I mean,
Impressively
you're
bad.
underwater.
14 misses. I take it.
14 does not hit. And remind me, you are attacking because I was doing something else. You're attacking the crystal, correct?
Yes.
Yep. 14 misses.
You want
mean,
to try your
I-
bardic inspiration?
Yeah, let's try that. Nah, no, because I know what missed last time.
It's D10.
Okay, yeah, I'll use it.
Use it, man.
Let's do this.
Come on.
1. Okay, it's gonna look like a superiority die, but it's not.
D10. Come on.
9.
Ooh.
Does a
For a total of
23
23.
hit?
It does
Yeah.
hit. It does
7
hit.
slashing.
God, good thing you guys brought a bard
Always.
with.
Always love that.
Yeah.
Always have a
Alright.
bard in the party.
Extra attack.
Let them be your even star.
Not with
Aw.
advantage this time though. Oh my
Yeah.
god, are you kidding me?
What's wrong
If
with
you
that?
All
can
right.
like skip
I'm gonna
all of the early levels and just come in late as a high level bard, you should do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna
Do it.
spend a superiority die on that for a. Where is it? There it is. Boop. Precision attack.
Wow. Doing some fighter shit.
All right. Does 22 hit?
Absolutely, it hits.
Another 9 slashing. And
9, okay.
I will.
Your sword just cuts across this crystal, this underwater crystal, and it starts to break apart a little bit. Pieces of it break and sink to the bottom around it.
Now I'm going to use my action surge.
Yeah!
Yeah.
So is that just one additional attack?
No, you get 2.
I get my extra attack too. All right.
Yep, you get your
we
your
go.
attack action, and when you take an attack action, you get an extra attack. So yeah, so you get 2. What'd you roll?
I didn't mean to roll the superiority die, but rolled a 19 to hit
Okay.
for 7 slashing.
That hits.
Thank God. All right. Extra attack. 23 to hit for another
yes.
9. Another
Okay.
9.
Got it.
And then for my bonus action, I will use my second wind,
Smart.
which is 1d10 plus my fighter level, which is 10.
Okay. Oh,
Damn it. Only 11.
it's still 11. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not great, but
It's
good.
so much
It's
more.
still hit points.
Yep. Farah.
Okay. I am. Let's just see. I'm gonna check one thing. I should have looked at it before, but I was so engrossed. Okay. Yeah. All right. I am going to bonus action cast spiritual weapon
Mm-hmm.
below me.
Cleric shit.
Yeah.
And next to the crystal
Okay.
and attack.
Forgot about that one.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Magical secrets are the bomb.
That
Rolling
is not
13s to hit
good,
or not, though.
No, yeah, the spiritual weapon does not do damage with this strike. Doesn't quite.
Yeah,
meet
giant
me.
sparkly pink
Oh.
loot appears in the depths below, and it
This is
makes
real.
a wild swing and
It's
does
real
not
shifty rock.
It really
not
is.
hit. That's all right. That's all right. Then I will take my action as I fire my bow at that treant across the way.
Somebody in the chat, can you look up dire quipper for me real quick?
A dire quipper. Good God.
Hold on a second. So that I have advantage. Hold on a second. I'll roll this way. Okay. So the highest one is 23.
Okay.
Should I be taking which one of these damages should I be taking? Should I be taking the first damage rolled, or should I be taking the damage rolled with the hit that
Yeah, normally you would have rolled the 14 and the 23 in the same roll, and you would have had the 11 damage.
Okay. Perfect.
So
Then
11 damage to
11 damage to the evil tree.
Okay. Now, this thing is your sworn enemy. I just want to
Yes.
point that out. So does that give you additional?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm not used to being able to do
That's
any
all right.
damage. 3d6.
Don't
Oh,
you
you
get to
hit it.
roll
Yeah,
more than
nice.
once?
Oh, nice.
Don't you get to
So
roll?
take an additional 13 points of damage.
Okay, so
on
24 total.
Take that.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I only get one of these a day, and it can go really wrong if it runs away or we let it live.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're not going to do at least one of those.
Right?
All right, Fair, I believe, unless you want to move, that's the end of your turn.
I think I'll just move one over here.
Okay. And let's see, just for the heck of it, didn't we at some point have one of your spiritual weapon, like a token for it? Well, we know where it is. Your spiritual weapon is currently at the crystal, so we know that. That's good.
Yeah, it's under.
Oh, thank
Anyway.
you. Boa Tamer has helped us out with the dire quipper stats.
Ooh, thank
all right.
you.
So at the top of the order,
Minus 2 to
Byron.
hit.
The tree takes 2d8 or no, yeah, 2d8 damage.
Yeah, what did we say? 2d8 fire damage. So go ahead and roll that for me.
An additional 8 damage.
So that's on its turn is when that happens?
At the start of each of its turns.
Got it. Okay, so 8 more damage.
If we're going by the Alchemist Fire rule.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, cool.
I need you, Byron. Let's see. The vines around your feet begin to grasp at you again as they did before. And I need to grab something here. Why won't that move?
It's Byron's feet.
Ah! I'm trying to grab your feet, but it's not working. Lame. Okay, anyways. Plants are on the ground, turn into difficult terrain. You must give me a strength saving throw, please.
I will burn another advantage.
Okay.
A 14.
A 14 works. You are able to pull away from this grasping vine. However, you are in difficult terrain, just FYI. So if you do move, it'll be at half speed.
Yep.
And this guy is gonna move towards you, flaming, burning. Chuck is gonna be up in the tree still. It is going to close in on you, and looming over the top of you, it is going to attempt to smash you or slam you with its slam attack. The first
Slam smash
is a 25 to hit for 19 bludgeoning.
I will use my bonus action to half that damage.
Okay, so half it to 9 bludgeoning, and then its second slam attack is a 24 for 15 more bludgeoning.
Ouch.
It is flaming and swinging at you with these flaming branches. It would probably look pretty damn cool. The people, these guys, these refugees that are along the shoreline, we'll say are going to start sort of moving. It's not going to take attacks of opportunity. They're huddling up together over here, just cowering as this is all taking place. That brings us to Theo.
I mean, that is some absolutely crazy looking bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I would like to continue beating up a crystal. I just don't like crystals. I just never have.
No.
I've never trusted them ever since they killed my son. If you got that reference, you're an old school nerd. I see Gatormson got it. Does a 16 do damage?
16 does not hit.
Oh, well, that's what I meant, because we're obviously kind of hitting, we're just not doing it.
Yeah,
so
you're
16 is
at it,
no.
but it doesn't seem to have an impact.
That's okay. I get it.
Ouch.
The dice are hateful. Then a 14 sure as shit don't hit.
No, God, those dice are not your friend right now.
They are not.
So mad.
Bonus action, flip it off. I'm done.
Yeah, good call.
I got 3 natural ones.
Seriously.
Yeah, I was just checking. You guys can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your con modifier, so you guys are fine right now.
Yeah,
I can
it's a
breathe
ridiculously
underwater.
large amount.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, anything else from Theo? Otherwise, we'll hop over to Byron.
That's all I got.
All right, Byron. This thing is smashing you, swinging these flaming branches, trying to grasp you, and there's vines that are trying to curl around your ankles.
All right, so I'm going to be, pretty hurt. Blood's going to be pouring out of different wounds. I'm a little burnt, actually, from that last hit. I've got some singes. And I'm going to pull my blink dagger, and I'm going to think back to the moment I met the Hierophant of Biori, Adamalusi, and I'm going to think of all the purity that she is with nature, and I'm going to think of this abomination in front of me, this perversion of nature in front of me, and I'm going to think of Chuck climbing this thing, and a bunch of emotions are going to go through my mind as I whisper to the dagger, "Find true," and I'm going to jump up in the air and just jam that thing in right where I think a tree's heart would be.
Okay. The heartwood, you might say.
Yep. Yeah.
Probably the heartwood's just really long. It's all in the middle. It's just...
Yeah.
This tree has no heart.
And I'm gonna hope that I have one advantage left. Is that correct?
You indeed have 2 left.
Ooh. Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Thanks to Techie Woman.
Ghost. So yeah, I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn him one of those on this staff.
Do it. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Thanks, Techie Woman.
A 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, your dagger definitely flies true.
Let me add an additional D8 to that.
Okay.
For a total of 33 damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, hell.
It is now...
Your dagger goes in, it stabs into this wood, and you watch as this black ichor begins to seep out of it, almost like a sap, perhaps, but more disgusting and viscous as it starts to flow out. It kind of staggers a little bit as you appear to have heard it.
Nice. Bonus action. I'm going to dash.
So you'll be at a half movement so instead of 30 feet of movement, you will have 5, 10, you'll have 15 feet of movement only.
Yep. But if I dash, I get 30 still, right?
Yeah, you get your movement would get you out, so you'd get 15 plus your dash. If that's
okay.
No, you already used your action, didn't you? Oh, you can use a bonus action.
You're bonus action to dash. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'll dash to where these guys are, and I'll look over at them as this burning monstrosity is behind me. I'm gonna be like, "You need to move further away from this, like right now." And I'm gonna turn back with just my dagger as blood's pouring out of me, and I'm gonna be like the wall that this thing has to go through to get to them.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you dash, did you use disengage, or did you?
I hit it, so it doesn't get bonus. It doesn't get
because he buckle slashes.
He buckle slashes. I forgot that you're a swashbuckler altogether. Well done.
Yeah.
A lot of swashes.
Yeah.
Many buckles and many swashes. All right, so you get over and you give them some advice. Give me a persuasion check, because they are They're not in a good place right now, mentally or physically.
I know. I think they should see I'm not in a good place too.
Yeah, exactly. They're worried. Persuade them, my friend.
A 12.
All right, hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Oh.
They are very persuaded. Yes, let's go. Come on, we gotta go. Let's go. So on your next turn, they will move.
Okay.
All right, so I think that brings us to the end of Byron's epic turn. We go back to Runar underwater. Kill that thing as fast as you can.
I'm gonna keep swinging. Actually, free action, pull my other sword.
Oh, yes.
So now I'm dual wielding.
Smart.
SMRT.
First attack. Here we go. I'm going to use another one of my advantages on this one. Down to 1 advantage. Here we go. $28 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
And then
There you go.
Let me see here.
Give us some damage.
Oh, that's 12 slashing.
12? Okay.
And okay, can I use one of my maneuvers on it? even though it's like not a creature?
Which maneuver? What are you trying to do? Fill me in.
Like a push. Can I just give it a, it's like a hard hit that will intends to push it over.
What wouldn't be the normal effect that it would push it prone, basically?
Well, actually, it says when you hit a creature, so I don't know if it would apply in this situation.
I mean, I would say don't burn one of your...
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't burn your maneuver.
All right. Offhand. Not with advantage. Here we go. 22 to hit for an additional 7 slashing.
Yeah. Another massive blast from Runar's sword as a chunk of the crystal fractures and falls to the floor of this strange pool. And as it separates from the main crystal, the light in the crystal goes out.
So
Hell yeah.
It appears to be defeated.
No, the piece of crystal that fell.
Oh, that
the
fell.
light of that chunk, that fragment is extinguished.
Okay, extra attack.
Oh, that was almost a
24 to
natural
hit.
20. That does hit.
Yeah.
24 to hit for 12 slashing.
Woo!
So that was a total of 31 damage.
If you hadn't seen Runar do this kind of thing before, you would have thought he was part dwarven miner as he chips away at this thing.
He still might be. We don't know.
It's in his backstory. Check it out.
You guys don't know anything about my backstory. Anyways.
We know everything. We've borrowed the paperwork. We've read the whole thing. It's really good.
Actually, Runar came up as a youngster working in one of Feyre's father's mines. That's the connection, the backstory connection. Everybody's waiting for it.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, Feyre.
Okay. Oof. I want to take a swing at that rock, but I think now is the time to cast my Mantle of Majesty.
Ooh.
Or actually, it's Mantle of Inspiration. That is the one I want. So you see just this sparkling golden light just kind of starts to cover her as she becomes inspirationally glamorous, and everybody who can see me gains 11 at 10th level. 11
Ooh.
Temporary hit points, including all of the refugees.
Oh,
And-
nice.
Heck yeah.
And all of them get to move their movement speed immediately if they want to and avoid attacks of opportunity. So if they want to flee, they suddenly get a burst of energy and life force and they can book it out of there.
yeah, they are booking as they are energized by your Mantle of Inspiration.
Right. And then for my action, I'm going to take a shot at that treant.
Okay.
With advantage.
That is an amazing bonus action, by the way.
Yeah, I only get one of those
Yeah.
per day.
It's pretty sweet, though.
All right, and the one more with my elven accuracy, which is why I'm getting 3.
Oh, that's right.
Only 17 to hit.
It will hit.
Okay, 6 piercing, and then because they are my favorite enemy, then I get just 3, 6, an additional 5 damage to that tree.
Feyre Evenstar, describe for us how you deal the killing blow to this corrupted treant.
As I am shimmering with glamorous, sparkly light, while managing somehow to stay afloat and shoot a bow while in the water,
Amazing.
a arrow shoots straight at it and right into its mouth. And I don't know, maybe that's where treants
Yeah.
Like,
They keep their heartwood right behind their mouth.
That's where it
That's a
hurts
really
the
terrible
most.
idea.
Right next to the mouth
back and
wood.
throat, it really hurts.
Yeah.
It just kind of starts to convulse, and you watch as the flames grow in intensity, and it drops to the ground. The flames consuming the rest of the wood, and it goes motionless as it burns, and it's kind of like a bonfire, just setting up this thick black smoke into the air.
Sweet.
That is your turn. That brings us to let's see, what do we have here? I got pretty much nothing, so we will fast forward ever so slightly as those of you who are in the water continue to hack at this crystal in the hopes of destroying it, and after I don't know, maybe like three or four more solid hits, the thing shatters. All of the glowing energy that it once held within it goes dark. For those of you, well, all of you have some sort of a dark vision, I believe.
Yeah,
But it
with the
is
helmet I do.
the thickest, darkest pool, akin to the darkness that you experienced in underneath Landgrave's Folly when you fought Sagathka. It's very, very dark and murky, and you immediately get a sense that you want to get to the surface. As you swim up, you splash up to the surface, gasping for air maybe, or taking a nice deep breath. The combat for this encounter has ended. You are on the surface of the water now, meeting up with Feyre.
Did you get it?
That was unpleasant. Not
That
excited
sucked.
about that.
Let's get to shore.
I made sure that all of the people had a little bit of temporary hit points, or healing.
That's good.
It's a hit point. So they should be able to all walk, and we can take them back to camp.
That's very good.
We should avoid those vines. We'll take this other side. Hopefully we don't run into any more.
Roll a perception check, Runar.
Those
As you
things
look,
hurt.
you say that, and you look around, having taken quite a bit of poison damage, I believe.
Yeah. $21.
You can see that there are two spots where the vines continue to move in your direction, kind of skulking across the forest floor. But they do stand out a bit because most of the forest floor is silent, motionless, and dead.
Quickly, let's move away from the vines.
Theo is just going to start pummeling the general areas with eldritch blasts that are like wriggling.
Back the
I'll
way
yell
we
out
came.
to the people. Mind the vines; they'll attack you.
Oh my god! Everything
I
wants to
will
kill us
use-
here!
I'll use control flame to spread the fire in their direction as well.
Okay.
Whose direction?
Our
vines-
direction.
the
We
vines
must all pay
direction.
for our sins.
All
No,
of
the vines.
all of the refugees are burned to death. Thank you, Byron. And that's the end of our show,
Everybody
folks.
go home. Okay, good.
No,
day.
yeah, that's fine. You guys are able, with eldritch blasts and controlling flames and whatever other cool stuff you guys can do, you're able to hold the vines at bay. You do realize that there's more than just the two that were attacking you. There are others that were moving towards the space to engage, but they move 5 feet per round. Pretty slow.
They slow as hell.
Yeah.
They
Let's get outta
slow
here, though.
as hell.
I go into like tour guide mode. I'm just like, come along this way.
And this is the location where Byron almost died, and you can see his blood there on the ground.
Oh, you're
I'll
bleeding
try,
too.
I'll try and scoop some of it back up. Oh, I need this.
This is where Deg got shot. Anyway, how bad do they look as I'm trying to like usher them out?
You roll a medicine check for me. Be a good way to determine this. Nice.
21.
Very good. They don't look like they will make it back to the rest of the group. They look terrible. You
Wow.
have given them some healing, but their blood has literally been sucked out of their bodies by those sturges for God knows how long before you got there. So they don't look great.
If
Yeah.
we rested here, would they be okay, or are they like some kind of poisoned?
I would say with that roll, they look. I would say that they don't seem to be poisoned. They seem to just be drained of most of their blood, and that's why they passed out.
Deg, I don't think that these people are going to make it back to camp. If I could cast tiny hut here, and we could all rest under the bubble.
Perhaps we should get to just outside of where everything's killed first, just in case.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
we
yes,
help
in a
them out of
safe-
the dead zone and then set up camp.
Then definitely.
So yeah, moving slowly and carefully, I think we should kind of like help them along. Trying not to I don't know, aggravate their injuries much more. I do have a healer's kit. Would that stabilize any of them?
Sure. Yeah, you could administer a bit of first aid with your healing kit, and that would help. It's not going to help them, rebuild their blood cells, but it's definitely going to help to maybe bandage the spots where the sturges had pierced their bodies. The magics that had been used helped to give them some energy. So Farah, your healing word, I think you used, and that kind of healing has definitely helped to get them on their feet and moving, but they do look weary and like you may need to rest for a bit.
Get them, if I can take a rest, I can also heal them some, and that should keep them stabilized enough to recover through the afternoon, evening. Yes.
The one that's worst, I'll literally carry out of the dead zone.
Oh, thank you. You're so
Well, and
kind.
now Theo has to pick up the next, worst looking one. Be like, okay, we're doing this, and also pick up somebody.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the help.
Are you Elvis?
No. My name's Denston.
You sound like Elvis there for a second. It's okay. Your secret
Thank
is
you
safe
very
with
much. Thank you.
Sounds heavy.
Elvish. All right.
Kirk, Byron, you pick up this. You kind of grab this woman and help her up, and she kind of just looks at you with sort of this sad smile, but she's quite attractive despite her pale complexion, and she talks to you a little bit about how gracious she is that you saved us from certain death. I don't know why we came here, but thank you.
Oh, I think you were after that glowy rock in the lake. It's okay. Sorry I'm bleeding on you.
Yes, you look quite terrible. Perhaps someone should carry you as well.
Nah, I don't. I'd bleed on them too.
While we're walking and trying to get them out, I will I'll cast Cure Wounds on Byron at level 2.
Oh.
Just as he's going.
How much is that?
I will roll it for you.
Like 10 million?
13 hit points.
You guys are healing each other and helping helping these 6 refugees who are weary and beaten, but their hope is returning as you make your way past the edge of the dead zone of this pool of gloom, back into the verdant jungle. The sounds of the jungle start to come back. You hear the birds. It is late in the day, as I mentioned when you started this encounter. It continues to be late in the day. It's not quite nightfall yet, but you do get the sense that you're probably not going to make it back to the clearing that you were in. And if you recall from the last conversation that you had with Quinn Tigerberry, who was leading the refugees, they were going to continue on to try to get to the edge of the foothills and then wait for you there. So you could do a couple of things. If you want to, you could push through the night to try to get back to the clearing, or you could take some sort of a rest and set up camp.
I'm gonna set up the bubble. I could fit 9 creatures inside the bubble, which I think is everybody.
Well, there's 6 of them and
Yeah.
4 of us,
Oh,
so that's okay. Theo will stay outside.
Yeah. Runar would stay outside too. Maybe the watch person stays out.
I'll stay out too then.
Well, thank
I have to be in.
Yeah, you have to stay in. So the 3 of us will take watches.
Yep.
And be
I'll pull my hood up, climb a tree, pull my shield out, have my dagger out. Stealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much make
everybody's
sure I survive.
basically everybody's taking a watch, the first watch all together.
Yep.
Well, you could come in and out.
I don't
when
think
you're
we all
not-
need to take watch, right?
Right. And some of
I'll take first
you might
watch.
wanna-
I will also take first watch.
Runar will rest.
Smart.
Feyre will also.
So we should alternate.
rest.
All right. So Byron and Theo take the first watch. And you are in, essentially, it sounded to me like you're kind of in different areas, not really next to each other, or are you together?
We're
think
outside the dome, but yeah.
wherever Theo is, I'll just climb the tree up above him.
Okay.
Theo is the tree.
Let's do this.
Perception.
Roll me give me perception checks for the two of you.
I thought you were going to ask for persuasion for a second. So I will convince the hell out of this night to be pleasant.
You could certainly try.
Well, I got a
Wow.
20 perception, so I'll fucking take it.
wow.
20
Wow.
and a natural 20 for Byron.
Good lord.
Byron, give me a D20 roll, please. The night draws dark. The
6.
the sounds of the jungle kind of transition into more of a hushed tone with some owls hooting, some crickets, some insects flying by you. At some point in the night, Byron, from your tree branched perch. Yes, Michael?
I'm just waiting for you to be done to say I have something to do.
Oh, got it. From your tree branched perch, Byron, you hear and feel the tree shudder just ever so slightly. And you look up, and above you, about 5 feet up in the darkness, is a large owl that just landed on a branch above you.
Oh, nice. I'm just gonna whisper to my shoulder, and Chuck's gonna pop his head out. I'm gonna reach into my pouch really slowly and pull out a little bit of bread, hand it to Chuck to run up to the owl.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check for Chuck, please.
I think that owl
Chuck
would
is
rather eat
just so
Chuck.
charismatic.
The refugees would rather have that bread, but whatever.
Yeah.
16 on the persuasion.
How many hit points does Chuck have?
However many familiar has.
Like
If I
two.
went with
It's based on
if
the
I went with
actual
a baboon,
monster stats.
Oh, okay. Then it's a baboon. Just
Oh, it's based on the monster stats?
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be. He has 3 hit points.
All right. As Chuck starts moving up the branch with a big old smile, like the cutest, most humble little monkey climbing up with this piece of bread with the best of intentions, this giant owl takes one look at it and just hops off the branch quietly and flies away.
Oh well.
Spooked it.
The rest of your watch, you don't observe any other disturbances in the forest, but Theo. Yes.
Just about once an hour after his magic, chutzpah recuperates, he's just going to go in and, starting with the person who's doing the worst, cure wounds at level 5. Then the second person gets cure wounds at level 5, and then he's back out for an hour, kind of replenishing himself, and then back in. Cure wounds level 5, cure wounds level 5. So everyone they'll at least feel better by the even by the time they're asleep or going to sleep.
Yeah, they all appreciate and consent to the healing touch of the strange man who saved their lives, and they are all at maximum hit points. They're feeling much better now with that level 5 touch. They're all extremely gracious to you. They seem like really solid people. They're still quite shaken, not stirred, but frightened. And they, you can see that they're not really sleeping. They're on high alert. Some of them have drifted, but some of them, like the Elvis guy, Denston, like he and two of the others are having like hushed conversations about maybe what happened and that sort of thing, trying to make sense of why they ended up there. But nothing else happens on your watch that seems dangerous or strange.
All right. Well, strangle Byron to death and wake up whoever's doing second watch.
Roll
Runar
initiative.
will do watch.
Runar.
All right. Runar, go ahead and give me a perception roll. And a D20 roll. And
don't worry, Byron. I'll raise you in the morning.
Tell me a little bit about
24.
Nice. Give me a D20, and then tell me a little bit about your watch. Anything that you want to do, or
D20 was 9.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of hunker down next to the tiny hut, and be kind of mending my armor and tending to my own wounds, that sort of thing.
Okay.
While I keep watch. Yeah.
In tending your wounds during this watch, you could, if you wanted to, you could use hit dice if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Nothing strange happens during your watch as you're tending your wounds. You half anticipate something to stumble into your camp, but it doesn't, luckily, and your watch ends without any sort of strange happenings.
Nice. I rolled some epic hit dice, by the way. It's
nice.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, you did. Pretty much maxed out. All right. Who is going to take the last watch? Feyre, is that you?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't leave the bubble. So like, Deg, either you have to sleep outside, or you have to tag someone out to come out of the bubble so that there's never 10 people in there.
I'll stay outside.
But yeah, I'll take my watch, and I'm gonna see if we have, if people are still up and still like uncomfortable and looking around, I'm gonna see if I have any food to share. I know we as a group had like 3 weeks of rations that we brought with us.
At this point in the night, there is one woman who is still restless. She's kind of tossing and turning, and you kind of look over at her, and you can see her eyes are open, and she kind of looks at you, and then she pulls her cloak tight as she kind of lays there looking uncomfortable.
Okay. I will offer her, some, beef jerky or whatever travel thing we have.
Thank you for that.
I know it's hard to sleep if you're hungry. How long?
What?
Oh, go ahead.
Who are you? And well, the others were curious where you're taking us.
Oh, we're taking you back to Quinn Tigerberry.
Oh, Quinn. Oh, good.
We ran into him. We just came to explore the island, and we stumbled upon your group further south, and requested that we would help them locate you. And here we are.
Well, thank you for saving us. What is your name, dear?
Oh, Feyre Evenstar.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. Thank you. I fear we would have been dead quite quickly if you hadn't arrived when you did.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little touch and go. It was very dangerous.
Yes.
But I'm glad that things worked out.
Where did you come from? Did you come from Fort South Azure? From the fort?
We walked through Fort South Azure, and it was deserted.
Just like it was when we left. Everyone gone into the woods. For no apparent reason disappeared.
Well, I think the reason is those rocks. You know, the one that we destroyed in that pool. It has the ability to call to people.
Yes?
And it's not good. It's like a predator of some kind.
Yes. It certainly drew us to it. Are there more of these things?
I think so. Did you see the comet that went overhead?
Yes. A week ago, perhaps more. It's hard to remember. But yes, we saw the comet.
It broke into several pieces, and I believe that this is one of them. I don't know how many pieces hit the island, but it may mean there's more of these things here.
It's terrifying. Some of the people I overheard speaking, those who are a bit more knowledgeable than I am, they were debating celestial orbits and strange things, but there was some discussion of whether or not the comet has brought upon us some sort of despair and doom. Things have gone terribly wrong since its sighting.
I don't think that it actually, is a bad luck item any more than it just is an evil thing. So I would stay far away from any of the pieces, and if you have a warrior with you, destroy them.
So there were others in this argument who suggested that perhaps something had happened that drew the comet to this place. That perhaps something was calling it to the jungle. These are things I don't know much about, but I can tell you that even before the comet tore through the sky above us, the bodies of the dead in our village were disappearing. Some say that there's a link in that the life force of our friends and family and the life force of the comet similarly were drawn here, or drawn somewhere.
That the corpses of your dead disappeared?
The physical bodies and presumably their souls as well. They were not laid to rest properly.
Were there any tracks?
None.
That is very strange. Thank you for telling me. I will happily share that information with the rest of us, but I don't have any information about this other than I think it's called, isn't it called Okataki, the comet?
I've heard something of that spoken, but I do not know much of these things, dear. If we can make it to the Placerian Grove, I believe, and the others, and Quinn told us that perhaps we would be allowed to to stay for a while at least in its protective magics. It is said to harbor a great sacred energy. If there's any place nearby where we should be safe, it is there.
Well, we actually have a map that shows where that grove is. I'm happy, or we are happy to escort you and the rest of the refugees from the village to the Placerian Grove. It seems to be on our way anyway.
Where are you headed on your way into this strange, dreadful place? This jungle is quite dangerous, dear.
Oh, we are just your average treasure hunters. We just, looking for magical things and great wealth and, that kind of thing in this uncharted wilds.
Well,
Or I guess semi-charted wilds.
Yes.
So we have a map too.
You did say you have a map. Well, thank you for helping us. I should try to get some sleep. Thank you for sharing your rations and saving our lives. My name is Musa Summerchild. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Misa.
Good night, dear. She kind of rolls over and pulls her cloak tight. The rest of your watch goes relatively uneventful unless there's anything else that you want to do during your watch.
Do my spells get used before or after, like when is the regeneration time?
I would say, what spells were you using again? You're using like healing.
Well,
spells?
I mean, mostly the spell slots I use for healing and Circle of Power and.
Yeah, I would say that at this point you've achieved a long rest.
Okay, so that it would be like a redo. Okay.
Yeah, sometime during
use
your
up some spells, but only maybe I'd taken first watch or something.
Yeah. So you've at this point during your watch you've achieved a long rest, and unless there's anything else that you want to do, the rest of the party as you wake, you have also benefited from a long rest. If you've used hit die in the last day, you would regain half those hit die, and you are now, for all intents and purposes, on the morning. The protective energy of the dome fades as you now find yourself back in the jungle, having shouldered your packs or whatever you have. You're ready to go, and you head off into the jungle.
Yes, if we're gonna catch up with Quinn and the group, we should get moving.
Let's get a navigation check. Sorry, go ahead,
right.
Byron.
I was gonna say, if they're just gonna go to that grove and stop, we shouldn't have any issues catching up to them, right?
They weren't going to go to the
Hopefully.
grove and meet you. They were going to meet you at the foothills. They
Or at
they
the
don't really know.
foothills, yeah.
They don't really know where it is. They don't know where the grove is.
Right.
Yep.
Feyre, can't you reach out through the aether and speak to people?
Yes.
Well, perhaps it would be good to let our friend know that we have been successful and that we are heading that way. Plus, that way we can find out if they were attacked in the night by jackals and torn apart.
How long has it been since we left the boat?
This would be the morning of the third day.
Right. Runar's just going to make a note to check in with the boat on another day. But he considers this more important. That's a good reminder.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna message Quinn.
Okay.
Hello, Quinn. It's Feyre. We found everyone. Heading back now. Where are you?
Only 13 words.
This
A few
jungle is
minutes.
terrible. I hate it.
All right.
Yep, you're good.
Nice. You you wait just a few moments and you hear Quinn's voice speaking back to you through the magical ether. We've made our way closer to the foothills. Everyone is good here, but we are hungry. We are hunting. We will wait for you on the trail. Be quick about it. This jungle does suck.
Okay, so he said that they're at the foothills, they're hunting for food, and they'll wait for us, but they want us to hurry.
I know. I was listening.
That's creepy.
Yes, I know. I'm kidding.
I'm in your head. All right, so my friends, let's get you're going to try to make your way.
Making your way.
I had to say that while Michael was hiding his yawn so that he couldn't get in on that action. You're going to try to get back to the trail, so I need whoever is going to be doing the navigating to make a survival check, please.
Survival. Anybody want to help me?
Yeah, we typically
I will help you.
Feyre with one of these situations.
I'm not going to help.
17.
Let's see what is going on. There we go. 17. Yes, you chart a course, and let's get 3 d20 rolls. So Byron, Theo, and Runar, give me quick d20 rolls. There is a dense fog, as is customary in the Amedio Jungle in the mornings, that sort of shrouds the ground. This is much different than the fog that you had encountered in this pool of gloom area. It's more of a natural and not quite as terrifying.
We got a 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, 3, 4, and a 5.
Not in that order.
The temperatures are moderate and cool. There is absolutely no wind in the jungle this morning, so that thick haze sits over the jungle for quite some time. Nevertheless, you are able to find your way back to the trail, and you can. This would be the shortest distance with that roll, that survival roll, that would get you back here. So that's 3. And you would get 2 more hexes to move, whichever 2 you'd want to go towards. Feyre, that's up to you and Runar, I guess, since you're navigating.
Just straight south towards those mountains, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or I guess we could venture to.
Foothills are the foothills before we get to the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe around here.
Yeah.
Or like right here.
Okay. So like right there, we'll say.
Yeah.
Okay. As you continue towards the mountains, you encounter a small stream of slowly flowing water just trickling by. It's quite idyllic, beautiful. There's orange and yellow water lilies blossoming along the banks of the stream, and there are these smooth stones that are spaced just perfectly so you could hop across the stream. As you approach, your footfalls flush a doe and 2 twin fawns that dash out away from you and disappear in a flash. And just beyond the stream, you see a moss-covered stone monument that seems to be shaped in the form of a small humanoid.
Is there any chance I can shoot after that doe, or is it just it's gone?
Roll initiative real quick.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna orphan those 2 babies?
Yes. We're gonna eat them too.
Mommy's delicious.
You have the initiative, so if you wanted to take a shot, you certainly could.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna whip out my oath bow and take a shot.
Swear an oath of undying vengeance on this poor doe.
24.
Wow.
24 is gonna hit. Go ahead and roll
The
damage
background.
for me.
Use your thump, 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 thump,
It's
thump.
just 8 piercing.
Yeah, you drop the doe.
Woot!
Oh, wow.
Someone be a dear and carry that for me, would you?
Got it.
Not after that pun.
I didn't even catch it, but that was
A
terrible.
deer.
Intention.
Somebody be a deer.
So you're just gonna pick up the deer and carry it, or are you gonna field dress it?
Yeah, I guess I'll start field dressing it.
All right, roll a survival check for me.
All
Are
right.
you? Let me ask you this, Runar. Are you trained in survival? Do you have proficiency?
I am.
Okay.
I am, yes.
Okay, great. Go ahead and roll a survival check.
15.
Okay, yeah, it takes you some time. Like you have to sit there, everybody, while Runar is gutting this animal, and but you're able to do so. It takes you about an hour, as the rest of you kind of relax a little bit. So if you needed to do anything that would recharge on a short rest, you could do so.
I'm gonna investigate that stream with
Check
a
out that
nature
monument.
check to see if it's, or maybe even I guess it'd be a nature check to see if it's decent,
The water?
poisoned, or drinkable.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead
yeah.
and make a nature roll.
Oh, well, natural 20.
Very nice. You scoop up a bit of the water in your hands and you sort of smell it a little bit. It smells clean. It looks crystal clear as it flows through this area.
I think it's safe. We could fill up our canteens and such.
Well,
And she will.
Might as well.
You know,
Should
while I'm
we
working,
make
Sorry.
offering to the local deity, or
Well, we've got all these guts.
while I'm cleaning the deer, I'm gonna just like nod to Elvis, whatever his name was.
Denton?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, yeah.
What's that monument over there? You know what those things are?
Hell no, that thing's creepier than shit.
Old, huh? Like you never seen one before, or you've seen them around?
Listen, fella, I ain't never been this far south. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit more of a stick around the fort kind of guy, if you know what I mean.
Oh, what do you do? What's your trade?
I raise some crops.
All right.
Yeah, a bit of a farmer.
Nice.
I do karaoke in the evenings at the bar.
Karaoke.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's fun.
I guess the ancient art of karaoke.
I like.
You ever
fishing
tried it?
myself.
You ever tried
No,
karaoke?
No, I've never.
I get a sense you'd really like it.
What do you gotta do when you karaoke?
You just sing songs, basically.
You sing songs. Oh
yeah.
Well, someone else plays the music.
Correct.
Oh,
You've done it
They have
before.
words in front of you.
I had a feeling about you, fella.
I'm not
All
really
right.
too much for singing, and
That's all right. It ain't for
Not
everybody.
until you've had a bit of whiskey in you, and then you're all about it.
That's true. I know a few marine songs.
Captain, I've never heard you sing before.
Never
should
gotten
try
drunk
that.
enough.
That's because I don't do it often.
Yeah, it might make you feel better if you give it a try.
He is
Think
correct.
about that.
Well, maybe when we get somewhere safe, we can sing a few songs around a campfire or something. Oh, by the way, and I'll actually just kind of, I'm gonna pull Theo aside, where like the other people can't hear, and I will say, so I spoke with one of the people we rescued, and they said around the time the comet came, the bodies, the corpses of their relatives and loved ones disappeared.
First of all, do not let Byron know. He will assume I have taken them for my mythical undead army. Second of all, that's super fucking concerning.
Isn't it though? I asked if there were tracks and she said no, and that's even weirder.
They'd have either gone one of two places, I would wager. One, wherever the Scarlet Brotherhood went, or two, Tomoa-chan. And it's possible those are both the same place.
It's true, but I thought I should let you know.
Thank you. Let's I'd say let's keep a weather eye out, but I think we're already doing that.
do we see any, like, did you see those little deer, like the little fawns? Did they get away or did they try to come back? Because, you know,
They're long gone.
We can only carry so much meat at a given time. Give it a couple of days, then go hunting again. Don't get greedy.
all right.
About
Give 'em
this
a
time,
chance.
Runar has finished butchering the dough.
All right. That's it. I mean, I think we should keep moving. This food will help when we stop too. I think when we meet the others.
Right. They did say they were hungry, so I thought, you know,
Yeah, no,
A
it's
good
a good
thought.
shot.
They
It was a
are
good
low
shot.
on any provisions.
we should bring lunch or dinner.
He looks at the deer. I think this is meals for a couple of days.
Well, there's more people there.
Yeah,
Probably feed a good 20 people off of
Well, we'll only
one
feed the ones we
deer.
like.
we'll probably have to do more hunting, but yeah, this will definitely help.
The refugees that you have with you are listening to this conversation. They're just kind of looking from one person who's speaking to the other person who's speaking, back to Farah, to Byron, to Runar, and Theo. And Theo's like, "Yeah, we'll just feed the ones that we like." And they're like, they look at each other, like,
No, we all think you're wonderful people. We like everyone.
So don't listen to him. He messes around.
Yeah, you
They're
definitely don't listen to me.
they're just
He
messing with
thinks
us.
he's funny.
It's good. It's real good.
At least I'm trying and not resorting to puns, honey.
I got one question for you though. There, what'd you say your name was? Theo.
Yeah.
What's up with your buddy over there, the quiet one? He just keeps staring at everybody.
Who
The
is he
crazy-
pointing at?
The crazy-eyed one over there.
Chuck?
No, not the monkey.
Byron?
Oh, Chuck's nice. You should...
I mean,
Oh, that's Byron.
that's probably like I point at Byron. Be like,
Hey, that's the one. You got it. You
Well-
nailed it. Ding, ding, ding.
you know, he is a really wonderful fighter. And did you see him throw that fireball bomb at the tree, and then he stood between all of you in the tree?
You know
And-
how there are some people that are very nice but do not work well with other humans or other people?
He's definitely one of them. Yeah.
Yes. He is a wonderful person most of the time, and he doesn't always interface well with people. It is his burden.
He's not gonna kill any of us. Yeah, you're not gonna kill any of us, though, right, friend?
No, man, no.
Not
You're gonna try and kill
intentionally.
us?
About it.
No, absolutely not, man. I didn't mean nothing
I
by
know.
it.
Because we'd kill you.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're just gonna stay over here. He kind of moves back from Byron a little bit.
What'd you say, Theo?
What did I say?
Yeah. They're all looking at me now.
Byron.
Were you not
should-
listening?
I was way over here. Why would I be? You just started pointing at me?
I was
He
telling
asked me,
them
"You're
what a
not gonna
hero
kill
you
us
were,"
all?
and then you said that you could kill them all.
Well,
And
he
that
said, "You're
kind
not
of
gonna kill
rubbed
us
off
all."
Some of the charm of you rescuing them.
Well, I mean,
once-
he asked me if I was going to kill him, and all I did was say, like, "Are you guys going to try and kill us?" He was like, "Well, no," and I was like, well, "Of course not, because
Yeah,
we'd
I
kill
think-
you, obviously."
I think they might kill each other if we wait here long enough. Check it out.
That's statistically possible, let's be honest.
Hey, I haven't. What? Come on, guys. You know what? I took a watch last night. I saw an owl. I chilled. You know, there's a lot of animosity. I'm
did
just
you-
trying to mind my own business
Did you
over
see
here.
that the owl had
as
two little
Feyre
owlets
slaughters the
with
mother
you, and
of-
did you then kill the giant owl in front of its children?
I didn't kill the animal.
no,
Okay,
but
just check.
you know, I would.
I saw Farah slaughter a mother in front of its daughters.
That was the joke I was making. Now you're making me
Yeah.
explain the joke, and it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
It's a little
Yes.
sad, but
Yes, you definitely
we
ruined
did-
the joke. Please
Yo,
stop
yo,
ruining my
who-
jokes.
Which one of you is in charge here?
The
Not
captain.
me.
We all point to Deg, except for I guess Byron.
that's me.
No, I'm in
I'm
charge.
the captain.
Yeah, you're right. I'm behind
Shut
the
up,
scenes.
Byron.
You're right.
Okay.
You're in charge.
Look, Captain,
We're sort of in charge.
we just want to get back to our friends. We appreciate you helping us out. Of course. But we don't want any trouble with your crazy-eyed friend and his monkey assassin.
You know,
Wow.
he's just
That
messing
monkey
with you.
is not
Don't
very
worry about
effective as
him.
an assassin, for the record.
He's just messing around. Don't worry about him.
All right. Hey, partner. Look, no harm, no foul. I can see you're an effective warrior with a crazy demeanor. I'll steer clear of you. Give you a wide berth.
Why?
Because you're acrazy.
Also, you're a hugger and he's not.
It's more of an acquired
Only with
taste,
consent.
you know
what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
important.
Gotta buy me dinner.
Anyways, we should probably get moving, right?
We should definitely be moving.
What time is it? It's getting late.
It's probably, at this point, I would say it's nearly midday. You've been traveling the morning. You took down a doe and butchered the doe, did a field dressing. You've got it packaged up as best you can. You guys keep heading down the trail?
Yeah.
Yep.
Towards the foothills? Okay. So you continue on your way, and you encounter a small stream with slowly flowing water. Yellow and orange water lilies along the bank. Your footfalls flush a doe and 2 fawns, which disappear in a flash. Just beyond the stream is a small covered stone monument shaped in the form of a small humanoid.
Did we see that already?
Just have a seizure? What just happened? Like, there's a quirk in the Matrix.
Shit.
Wait.
What is this humanoid thing?
Didn't we see this already?
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna walk
killed
up to
that
the
deer.
humanoid.
All right, roll an investigation check, Byron.
Yeah. Time to look at that statue.
Did you want to take
I'm
a shot at
gonna
the
take
deer,
out my-
Farah?
The other one? No, I'm alright.
I'm gonna take out my magnifying glass for this investigation.
Okay.
It's a 15 with the magnifying glass.
Okay. So you watch as Byron jumps across the stream, rock to rock, adroitly, comes up to this stout little figure. Byron, as you look at it with the magnifying glass, you can see that it is a weathered stone sculpture. There is moss on it. Many of the features have actually been eroded. It looks like it's very, very old. But you do see with your keen eye, as a seeker of the arcane, looking for details is your thing. You see that this appears to be the sculpture of a stout female human with a peculiar furry lower body, cloven hooves of a goat. The figure appears to be holding something to its mouth, perhaps some sort of a flute, and appears to be frolicking joyfully.
You mentioned that it's covered in moss.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll just move some of the moss aside. You know, clean it up a little bit, make it look nicer.
Okay. Yeah, you brush away some of the overgrown moss. It's not like completely covered, but you scrape away some of it so you can see more detail, and you kind of tidy it up with, I'm guessing, with a little bit of like a respectful. Is it more of an investigative or a respectfulness?
I think you know, I'm gonna err on the side of caution, go a little more respectful in this scenario. And I'm gonna look back at Farah and be like, hey Farah, can I have a little bit of that deer?
I think Deg has it all, but
Deg?
yes.
It's all packed up. What's going on?
Just give me a little bit of that. We're just gonna leave it here for this statue.
All right.
Always make nice with the locals, especially when they may have decided to pay attention to us.
Yeah, something's going on. This is strange.
I thought we were gonna leave all the guts from the field dressing.
No one wants the guts.
That's for the nature.
How about I got the antlers. No, there's no
Ooh,
antlers.
definitely the antlers.
It was a doe.
I think we should do some meat.
All right, here you go.
All right, I'll put some meat in front of the statue.
And I
Okay.
will pull out my flute and I will play a little tune.
Theo will dig into his bag and pull out some pipeweed and also leave some pipeweed with the meat.
Should we? I think we should move on.
Deal, what's going on with this thing?
Well, if we're lucky, this is just the locus of a local spirit who is slightly angered at our disrespect and or just has their attention, and by leaving some offering we enter into a relationship where it understands that we mean no harm. That's if we're lucky. If we're not lucky, we'll find out in a minute.
So Byron, you left some of the deer meat.
Yep.
Roll a roll a persuasion check. Michael, you left some smoking leaf.
Yes,
some sweet leaf.
Some pipeweed.
Some pipeweed. Give me a persuasion check. Runar, did you do anything?
Yeah, I mean, I see these guys handing over some things. I'll just I'll put down a gold piece.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
I rolled a 10
Okay.
with a plus
A
9.
natural 1.
Horrible at
Ah.
persuasion.
Holy shit.
15.
So 15 for Runar. What was your total?
And I got a.
Theo,
Oh.
what was your total?
10.
10. And Byron, what was your total?
I got a 26.
Okay. Wow.
That's good.
That's
That
not
is-
bad. And then Farah, you were playing some music. Roll a
Yeah.
performance check for me.
Just trying to persuade with a tune.
Do some bard shit.
18.
Plus
Okay.
13.
13. Plus
Wow.
13. on
Wait, 18 plus
performance.
13?
No,
She
no,
rolled
no.
A
a
total of
5.
18. Okay.
She
Yeah, I rolled a 5. And I
Wow.
got
But it was 18.
18.
And that's why you always bring a bard, folks, because
Yeah.
tell me about this tune that you play, just out of curiosity.
Well, I take a look at the instrument that it's holding and I think about like older kind of melodies that involve a flute kind of sound and I start playing something. My mind starts wandering as I'm playing and I just make up a little tune.
Okay. Your tune begins as the rest of the refugees are sort of just waiting in the wings, as it were. The offerings made, Farah's tune, the melody sort of wafting into the forest around, echoing perhaps along the banks of the river, and you hear a giggle from the woods. Oh, this is delightful! And then you hear a bit of flute music that begins to accompany you, accompany your playing, and it's sort of, it's a performance that starts to inspire you in your performance, and so you find yourself sort of weaving this jam session into some strange places that you've never been. The rest of you are just kind of watching as Farah is playing her instrument, and there is this melodic flute playing that sort of envelops the whole space that you're in. And as the song comes to sort of a crescendo, and then sort of ends in sort of this beautiful little melody that has been sort of repeated over and over again throughout the jam, you see this satyr that steps from the woods. Well, that was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh
Welcome.
my goodness, aren't you magical?
Oh, yes, your playing was quite magical.
What is your name?
My name is Tuva. What is your name?
Farah.
Oh my, we're best friends.
Are we? That's lovely.
Of course. Oh, and
Always glad to have more friends.
who are these people? Oh my, so many visitors to Tuva's.
I'm going to look at the villagers. Are they doing anything?
They're cowering.
Freaking out.
Yeah, they're freaking out.
My name's Runar. Captain Runar Deg.
Oh my, that sounds so official. You're friends with Farah?
Yeah.
Well then, if you're friends with my Farah, you're friends with me.
Is this your home?
Yes, I still live here in the wood. Where are you going? Why are you here? I haven't seen anybody for quite some time.
What is your name?
Tuva.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
We were escorting these poor people to the Placerian Grove. Have you heard of that?
Yes, they do look wretched. No offense. You look terrible.
I know.
They've been through a lot.
It's true.
Oh, have they? Well, we've all been through a lot, haven't we? Tuva even.
Oh my goodness, what happened to you, Tuva?
Oh, I've been chased. I've been swatted at. Yes.
Chased
been
by what?
Tried to be captured a couple times.
Oh, by what?
Oh, the elves. They look like him a bit. She points at Theo.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's just
He's
I'm not from
half
around here.
elf.
he's a little elvish.
I can see that.
But he's not in league with those elves. That
Oh, well,
have
that's good
been
then.
Chasing you.
You're a friend of Feyre?
We're new to the area.
Oh, that's obvious, Captain Deg. Oh my.
There were elves chasing you? Just elves, though.
Nasty elves, yes. They're always a bit of a pain in the old bum.
Are they elves from around here, or are they,
Oh,
like, new
yes.
to the area?
Yes, they live in the mountains here. The Namashal.
Mountains.
Namasha.
That is the group of elves that live here. Of course. Where are you from? My goodness, you don't know much, do you?
Yeah,
Have you
from,
ever heard of Keeland?
Don't.
from the coast.
We're from the,
Oh,
we're not from the island, we're from further north.
from the big water to the north then.
Yes.
Oh,
We came
Well,
that way.
the Namashal are nasty little elvesies. They don't like Tuva much.
Why do they hunt you? You seem
Uh,
nice.
Oh, Tuva's very nice, yes. Could be, perhaps, that I maybe took a few things from them when they weren't looking, but it was just in good fun.
Seems like a very satyr thing to do. They should really just kind of accept that.
Well,
You-
I think they wanted it back, but yes, I agree. Very reasonable of this elf here. I can see why you're friends with him. She looks over at you, Feyre, and kind of winks.
I put on my best charm and just smile. Because we're making friends with fey creatures in the woods.
Tuva,
Correct.
We were heading south-ish, and it seemed like we came upon this statue once before. Is there anything we should
Well-
know to be able to keep moving south?
Well, you provided Tuva with some gifts, I see.
Yes, we're happy
Oh,
to
so
give
this
you
is
some gifts.
Your shrine.
It's
We're
not
always-
me. That it does look like me, but no, that is one of my great grandmothers. Tuva.
Wow.
Her name was Tuva as well.
She's lovely.
She was
It
quite
is a nice-
lovely.
Very nice statue.
Well, you intend to go to the mountains then? Yes?
That is the way we are heading, yes.
Yes,
I-
we have to give these poor people. You wouldn't want
Wretched
them around
creatures.
here anyway. We have to escort them back to, somewhere safe.
Yes, of course. Well, Tuva would be happy to let you pass through.
Oh, lovely.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you for
Thank you,
the
Tuva.
offerings.
If you're going to have to deal with the elves, I have something else for you.
Oh.
Reaches into the bag of holding and pulls out a hand crossbow that he's been sitting on since that first batch of pirates we went into.
Oh my!
Just in case.
For Pokey.
Exactly.
Tuva
Right,
grabs it
poke
and
them back.
Tuva's like looking at it and inadvertently pulls the trigger. Ting! Wow!
Yeah, just,
It
shoot him in the butt.
it has just been with me for a while. Clearly, this is where it belonged.
It belongs with Tuva. Well, I bid you pass the stream. You shall head south and, well, good luck. Be careful with those nasty elvesies.
We
We will
will.
do our best. Thank you for the warning.
Thank you.
Being careful with nasty elvesies is the story of my life.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Tuva takes
Bye.
up the flute and starts playing again and sort of like just frolicking and kind of splashing in the stream a little bit, and the rest of you kind of pass by.
Herd everyone out
Yeah.
as we're
Let's
leaving
go.
the grove.
Let's
Just
go.
shoots Feyre the.
Quick,
Do you-
quick. What's your name?
Dio, what the hell was that? What
That
did
was
we
a
just?
That was a satyr. That was a creature of the
I've never,
Fae.
I've never seen anything like that. I don't.
You guys are okay with Tuva stealing stuff from people, and it's not a big deal.
Byron, just keep walking.
We'll
Just
talk
keep
about
walking.
this
Talk
later,
about it
Byron.
tonight.
But I mean, I feel like that was like my spirit animal.
You
That is
know,
not entirely
Tuva-
inaccurate.
Tuva seemed real nice, but
Yeah, I like Tuva. I think we should have left more. I think we only left a little bit of deer. We should have left the whole deer.
I gave him a hand crossbow.
Yeah, you did. That's pretty cool, actually. I would. You know.
We make
I-
Byron a shrine. We'll leave him some deadly
Something-
weapons as well.
something tells me that could have gone much worse. I think
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
should just keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Let Tuva.
Why would that have gone worse? I mean, he's
Like
just a
Tu-
little mischief maker. I can relate.
We'll talk about that here in a little bit.
There
I mean,
there was something happening there.
It's time to
There-
work on our
Clearly.
singing. Runar, what are the songs you remember?
I just met myself.
Something.
Tuva's a very powerful creature. And as you
Yeah.
could see, if she didn't want us to leave, we would not have been able to leave.
That was the impression I got.
Well, I'm a very powerful creature, and if I don't want you to leave, you would not leave. So
That's why you get a
Right.
cut of the jobs we
me,
do.
me and Tuva, or like,
Byron, it's like you walk for an hour and you see trees and statues around you, and then you see them again.
I guess
There was
I don't do it that way.
there was some reality bending happening back there that I think we best stay clear of.
I
You
see.
Run into the fake creature in the woods. You make friends. You give them some gifts. You hopefully get to move on with your day.
And you never give them your full name. Captain Runar Deg.
Was that bad? I
Well, he
mean,
didn't.
I've heard stories, but I never heard that one. Is that something I should worry about?
You hear a
Have you
giggle
nev-
just echoing through the forest around you.
The fuck was
Yeah, she can find you now probably anywhere you go. So good luck with that.
that? Tuva. All right.
Good old Tuva.
On the other hand, given the
Let's do
things we
this.
may be dealing with moving forward, it might pay off. Because, if she likes you and doesn't want you mauled to death by the undead bear that's bearing down with us in a grove of horrors, maybe she
Hey.
hauls you out of the fire.
Hey, I thought we were getting along there for a while.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Oh, yes.
That
Good
probably
impressions.
helped, right?
Yes, making friends.
First
Oh,
and
good.
last name.
always
What's
make friends with the Fae as
Why
best
the-
you can,
Uva.
and then leave.
Why the
Tuva.
last name? What's the big deal? All right.
Tuva,
know how
my
you
name
can
is Byron
choose-
Hern.
How important true names are in magic? No, you don't.
No.
Never mind.
No.
Kind of an arcane
I
thing.
stab- I
To
mostly
summon
stab
a
people.
thing across space and time, you need its full true name. That being now has your full true name.
All right.
Tuva, my true
I
name
guess,
is
it
Byron
could,
Hern.
it could probably be worse. It could be like that demon that we met.
They could have been
now.
Aphis, who we are still going to fucking murder.
We know his name.
Yes, I think I technically am hauling around a portal straight to his living room.
I guess I'd rather have Tuva know my name than Aphis
Correct.
know my name. That's probably better, right?
The chat is calling for the return of Tuva. Tuva shall
Tuva-
return.
Tuva will probably show up when you.
We're gonna
least
do a
expect.
full short shot just on Tuva's adventures. Just you wait. My friends, as you have rescued the lost refugees from the pool of gloom, the corrupted treant, the assassin vines that only bid to strangle and kill you. You successfully made your way back to the trail, where you encountered a strange loop in the trail that you successfully found your way through with the playing of the music is what did it. Is what got you through that little puzzle. Yep, the performance. And you made a friend of sorts, perhaps, that shall return, because that's what the people want. And this is where we will end tonight's session, my friends. Thank you so much. I had just a wonderful time playing with you, as I do every week. So thank you for that. You guys are amazing and beautiful people. I want to quickly remind folks who are watching or hanging out in the chat that we are going to give away some stuff. The Chronicles of Tuva is going to definitely happen. Thank you for that, Techie Woman's Ghost. Definitely get in on this giveaway. We're going to give away, let me bring up this display screen here, Countess von Zarovich, which is a really cool take on reworking the Curse of Strahd campaign, with Strahd being female in this case, and a bunch of changes to the backstory. It's a very well done, very thorough supplement that seems like it'd be really fun to run. So I'm hoping that whoever wins, I think someone won last week. Michael, was it you? Or no, it was Kirk. Was it
yes,
Kirk?
It was. No,
No,
I won it last week.
Uh-oh. Now we're going to throw down over the Countess.
Well, I want
Countess.
the beard thing.
Exactly.
Well, I'm excited, Michael. If you ever decide to run Curse of Strahd, count me in, first of all.
Oof.
And I'd love to see this Countess von Zarovich in action. In the meantime, we're going to give away some stuff. So please, if you haven't already, ! Drawing. We're also going to give away a vial of the Old Goat Beard Company beard oil. This stuff is made by Andy and his wife in their kitchen. This is the epitome of small batch, handcrafted. So we hope that you will get in on the action, my friends. Wow. It looks like we've got just about everybody in on the action here. Hopefully some folks are around this time and you didn't leave us yet. We're going to go ahead and do the countdown. If you wouldn't mind, Ashley, because now it's just tradition, giving us a 5-second countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Bum, bum, bum. Kai Whimsy has won the giveaway. Now, Kai, because you won if you want it, hold on.
I didn't even enter.
Hold on. Well, you did somehow. Because you won the Old Goat last time, you will definitely be taking home the Countess von Zarovich this time. Because we're trying to spread the Old Goat around as much as we can. So congratulations to Kai. We're going to go ahead and do another drawing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Blank tab? Blank tab.
Hey.
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome.
Are you still here, Blank tab? Because if you are, you have won the Old Goat Beard Oil. Just give us a shout out if you're still here. You might be lurking. I think you were lurking earlier, but if you're here and you hear us,
just say, yes, I'm here.
Yep.
Maybe I'm here. We'll take a maybe you're there.
Sometimes you don't know where you are. I understand that. I've been there. We'll give them just a second. We are going to go ahead and raid, so please stick around for just a couple more minutes. Blank tab. Are you with us? All right, we're going to go ahead and do a new roll. This is for the beard oil. Blank tab. One last chance. All right. Tythalanos. Tythalanos.
Is there a beard on that guy?
I think there could be someday. Congratulations, Ty. I see that you're in the chat.
Congrats.
There you are. Congrats to you. You maybe have a beard, and we're super excited for you. I mean, it might happen like with Kirk. Kirk didn't have a beard until he started using the oil, and look at him now.
I know, right?
I mean,
very true.
Yep, 18 years old and full facial hair.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Kirk is underage,
17.
so that's good. Going on 70. Well, thank you all for being here. We're going to go ahead and raid our friend Phoenix Iwaki, who is playing some Dungeons and Dragons right now.
Oh, no, not the
We
Phoenix
will be back on, let's see. Oh, Monday. I don't know why I didn't talk about this before. Monday, we're starting a short shot campaign. Bleak Season is running it. It's free leagues, Mutant Zero Gen Lab Alpha. I'm playing a mutant rabbit named Lloyd 10. There's a mutant bear named Pacino. There's a mutant turtle named Shoot. That's
How
not
old
it.
is the turtle?
I think a mature turtle.
Okay, so no, it's not teenage.
The Manimals are uniting, and then we have
Manimals.
Vamp Wickman is playing a snake, a Bushmaster snake.
Sick.
Ooh.
Yeah, named
With arms?
Macklemore. Lloyd does have a thing for bears. There is some romance, some light romance and other good things. So check us out on Monday. We appreciate you all. Let's raid our friend Phoenix and give them some love. Thank you all for being with us tonight. Start the raid. Oh gosh. Oh, and don't forget to check out Ashley and Michael playing tomorrow night on R&R Productions. They've got a fun game going on over there, run by our friend Chad, North Shore DM. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.